Hello, hello. It's been a hot minute. So, who's here? Who's here? First of all, I forgot to check my bot. I've gotten so out of the loop on doing this. I don't even remember the command. I think it's just test, right? He's online. We got a bot.
The bot works, guys. All is good.
Finally, the bot works.
Finally, the bot works.
Finally, the bot has come back to Indianapolis.
Actually, I've decided we don't have to die or roll.
Yeah,
Just
what are we doing?
now. Have decided. Good night, actually.
I'm gonna turn Vegas down a hair, just because he's loud. All right, so if anyone
Wow.
is
Forgot.
if anyone's watching this, eons from now on a VOD, and is wondering what this whole fanfare is, it's been 28 days since our last session. During that time, we had illnesses and cancellations and Easter. And now we're back.
Oh my.
And the thing is, we left off not at like an in-between time where we can just come back in. No, we dropped off in the middle of an adventure, about to fight a villain. Wrapping up a loose end, really. And then we took 3 weeks off, literally right before the fight. But we're back. We're here.
That's what you call suspense.
Yes, yeah. It was like our mid-season finale where we're off for a month and a half.
I
Except
see you shiver with Antissa. And then wait a month. Patient.
As long as we don't go the Game of Thrones route and just one-shot him, and that's it. That was the whole
Well,
end
this
of this
is
arc.
one of my campaigns, so
We could.
don't rule that out. Remember New Guy when we actually streamed it. It was pre-dire roll, but it's on the YouTube channel. When we did the superhero campaign, and the entire campaign was building up to fighting this one guy, and Z-Killer just punched him, and that was the whole fight.
Yeah, like his dice just exploding, and it was ridiculous. I don't remember how many dices he rolled. That was stupid.
Yeah, just punched him, and that was it. The end. So
One punch.
yeah, exactly. So some upkeep here. I have been sick this whole time. The trees are trying to kill me, and then I got a touch of bronchitis, and I'm still recovering from both of those. So I'm sucking on a cough drop, and I will endeavor to mute myself if I need to cough. Unfortunately, players, I can only mute one, so it's going to be the audience.
I did a
You
little
heard
bit
it
of
here first. Jakin is Marky Mark from The Happening. The trees are trying to kill you.
Oh, I never saw that movie.
The trees are also trying to kill me, so I will also be muting.
Okay. Basically, fuck trees. What have they ever done for us?
These trees aren't trying to kill me, but the other trees try to kill me, so yeah.
Yeah, so we're taking a hard anti-tree stance this stream.
Really brave, honestly.
Dust also tries to kill me.
Beautiful and brave and bold.
Yeah.
We stand dead trees on this
So
stream.
glad to be back. We play Alternity.
I'm ready.
I want to roll some dice.
I want to feel the plastic clicky clackies, but digitally.
But
You guys saw that Kickstarter for like
for the pixel dice?
Yeah,
pixel dice.
that looks
Yeah.
badass. I'd probably get that, and it already has Foundry VTT support in the work.
Hey.
Yeah.
Well, we know what to get Jakin for his next birthday, but not this one.
Well, it's a Kickstarter. It'll come out in like 2026.
Yeah.
All right, so it's time for the extremely large
He'll be 40
recap.
then.
I'll be No, I will not. You take that back. But Vegas will.
Oh, he trolls Vegas under the bus.
I mean, I'm used to it by now.
It's the only way I feel young anymore, is I look at Vegas and go, I'm good.
Look, Vegas is aging like a fine wine.
And I'm aging like milk, is that what...
Like, really? Like, it's
Like
not
it's
fair.
cheese.
It's really not fair that I can be as old as I am and still be so fucking beautiful.
Yeah. You're like a real life sillies.
So speaking of beautiful, I got put on a steroid because I have asthma and the bronchitis. And my skin, after 5 days of being on the steroid, my face looks amazing. My skin has never looked as good. Is this why people do steroids?
No.
Oh.
But it's an added benefit.
Yeah.
I heard something about an extremely long recap.
Yeah, we're working up to it. We got 28 days of shit talking in the beginning of session to catch up on.
That's true. And we didn't really get to make fun of you very much pre-stream starting. So we're just gonna
We were too busy
air all
catching
of our
up.
dirty laundry.
Yeah,
right
exactly.
now.
Yeah. No.
And dealing with all of our technical difficulties.
So I'm gonna recap a lot because we've been gone for 3 weeks, and we might have some new people tuning in because I've been over on Ollyrant's stream because I haven't skipped those.
You have.
I was deadly sick like on 3 Wednesdays ago. I was like this, and I was still on Ollie's stream. I was like, damn it! I told him I was gonna be here, but when it's my stream, we just cancel.
We see how it is.
Yeah, I only canceled once.
That was my attitude about being on this stream. I was like, I could be dead, and I prop me up in front of the camera. It's time.
It's time. Yeah.
Just weekend at Caddy's that shit.
Weekend at
Yeah.
Caddy's.
It'd be fine.
So, this campaign is about the crew of the Involucre, whose current roster is the captain, but don't call him that to his face, Hypost. He is a radical anarchist revolutionary, aka the son of an incredibly wealthy family. It kind of goes hand in hand. And he's the de facto captain of the Involucre, which is a small luxury yacht spaceship that he stole from his parents. And
Radical.
and with his yacht, he
redistributed the yacht.
Yeah, he emancipated an Exolvi female named Irene Marcos, who is currently not in the campaign. So I don't have a splash screen for her. But the two of them have kind of put together this misfit band of revolutionaries, including the definitely still has his medical license, Dr. Razik Gorzan, in his Rishian male. He was stripped of his medical license. I guess if you're immediately going into that, because of for political reasons. He was supposed to provide life-saving surgery to a species he had never encountered before and failed, and they threw him under the bus because it was a diplomatic incident.
Yakuzobas die, but surprise! I am actually good surgeon. I kill him on purpose.
So Razik went off into the wilds and found himself on this crazy bus. And he left behind a wife who is a senator in their government and probably wants him to come home.
Well, I mean, who wouldn't want a runoff husband that refused to not only come home, but also appear on every camera after every terrorist incident that ever happened anywhere in this galaxy? That definitely helps your career as a senator, don't you think?
Yeah, you're definitely making the wrong kind of waves. And then along the way, they recruited Elise Lynette. She is a Dorak, and she is one of, if not one of the last two, we know of at least two, of the surviving members of a psionic warrior caste known as the Starkeepers. They were wiped out by the Saldrosi Empire when their planet was taken by the same empire. And the Saldrosi Empire has a particular distaste for humans, and the bulk of the Starkeepers were humans, which is why they were met with such I couldn't think of a better word than hostility, so that's what I'm going to say.
I was gonna say extreme prejudice.
Yeah, that prejudice, that works. Now, Elise is effectively the last Starkeeper in the public eye. However, her brother is also alive. He was also a Starkeeper, and they just reunited with him. Because the fifth member of our crew, and fourth player character, Active, is a gunslinger extraordinaire, Dagbert Dag Hollins. He is a member of the Rosespire Militia, a group dedicated to getting the Sphere Mandate and the Saldrosi Empire out of the Wild Cluster, as these two gargantuan powers, these are basically duking it out inside the Wild Cluster, fighting each other and trying to control the Wild Cluster. The Rosespire Militia, named after a ship, a cargo vessel called the Rosespire, which was caught in the crossfire and destroyed, is dedicated to ousting these two superpowers and returning the Wild Cluster to its, normal chaos. The crew rescued Dag, and Dag took them to meet the militia, and that's where they met the leader of the militia, Ara Farrow, and at her right hand was Alistair Lynette, Elise's brother. Reunited, the twins, caught up, and now they've joined forces. The crew is helping the Rosespire Militia because they had an arrangement with a Saldrosi captain. A captain who has a name.
As most of them do.
And that name is Carrick Glashar. He is the captain of an Imperial Dreadnought, and he wants to take control of an entire region of the Fire Expanse. And in order to do that, he wants his empire to lose the war. It's complicated. I don't want to go too much into his machinations, but suffice to say he's implanted a receiver into Hypoist's head and is feeding them in troop movements and intel so that the Rosespire Militia can have effective offensive strategies against the Saldrosi Empire. And the reason he's doing this again is because if he believes if he can destabilize the war effort while he fights on a different front, then he can get them to legitimize his control over this territory as their only way to save face in light of a losing war. And here comes the first of what may be many coughs. So, you guys have been kicking around with the Rosespire Militia for 3 months. You were badly wounded from rescuing Dag. And now you're all recovered. And while dealing with the Rosespire Militia, you learned that they were about to have dealings with the Common Revolution, which is another revolutionary group, terrorists, that basically kind of kickstarted the war between the Sphere Mandate and the Saldrosi Empire. Not that these two factions needed much of a push, but a push was in fact given. Actually, you guys thwarted their real plan, but nevertheless, the events put into play by the Common Revolution led to the war. When you told Ara Farrow all this, she not only didn't want anything to do with the Common Revolution, but she also decided that it would be a good idea if they got the Common Revolution out of the way. And so the crew of the Involucre and the Rosespire Militia has conspired to assassinate the leader of the Common Revolution, Sadat Zadar, a Zodcore man described as a sexy Stalin, I believe. So, where we left off, under the guise of negotiations, Ara Farrow and Alistair Lynette are speaking with Sadat Zadar on their command center, and the crew of the Involucre has discreetly boarded and shot some people and taken control of the engine room. And the goal is to lure Sadat into a fight that he can't win. I hope you guys have thought about how to do that. That's reassuring, new guy.
I'm-
Alright. So, I'm gonna unpause. We're gonna.
I'd even go so far as to say a licentious Lenin.
Okay, so here you guys are. You're on the uppermost deck of a 6-deck engineering. There are 2 members of the militia. No, not the militia. Of the revolution. These are non-combatant, engineer types who immediately surrender upon you guys' arrival. And the last thing we saw was you guys shot the camera, and we had a little a vignette of Sadat on his command center, realizing that you guys have come, and him being very upset about it. That was the last thing we saw. Are you guys ready to take it away? You're muted, Caddy.
Yes.
That was worth it. Okay.
I had a longer thing, but I was like,
All right.
didn't happen.
It's all y'all.
Let's see, map.
So, you're pretty sure that that's gonna do the ticket. He's coming in, right?
Well, we didn't leave him last time on good terms.
I would say I am about 83.2% certain it will bring him here. Pretty good odds.
Yeah, we could probably increase our odds by just damaging a little bit of his stuff. He's probably going to be unhappy about that.
Oh. Okay. He just starts shooting panels.
All right. As you start shooting panels, one of the engineers goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! This is sensitive shit."
Oh yeah.
That was the idea.
All right, y'all. Just have to sit still and wait for Sadat to get here. We're not really here to hurt anyone, well, except for him. But it should be no problem. If you'd like to evacuate now, you may. I apologize for the damages done by my indulgent friend here, Dag. Dag, apologize. He's sorry. But I would recommend you, as they like to say, planet side, skedaddle.
Okay. The 2 of them do so skedaddle.
Yes, good, cool.
Which way are they going?
Oh, through the
Stage.
door behind stage north.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait.
I think it's the only
stage
door.
north?
Yeah.
I think it's the only
Hey,
door. At least he's like standing.
hug the walls when you get out there, because Dag placed those charges right in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay. I refresh my memory.
Let me pull up the map. I can't remember if I can see it or not. Nope. I didn't see anything.
Okay, good.
It planted charges like under the grates on either side of the door to
Yeah.
blow the fucker to Kingdom Come if necessary.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there was a roll for that, I think. Yeah, that was what my 13 was. It was an average on
Yeah, I remember now.
my-
Yeah, you set charges under the grates. Yes. Okay, so another minute passes, and the intercom keys up. And it kind of crackles at first because Dad kind of shot it earlier, and but it's kind of working. And 3 of you recognize the voice of Sadat Zadar. And he says, "Crew of the Involuker. I don't know what you think you're doing, but I advise you stop. I should remind you that this entire ship is under my command, and it is full of angry revolutionaries, and they will have no problems putting you the hell down."
I feel like last time we had a pretty good time just making him really mad. So, I don't think I have a way to talk directly to him. Hey, Dad, can you just shoot something else? Just find something.
I mean, you can find an intercom I post.
As High Post finds the intercom, I'm like,
Not this one. Something else.
oh, just aim somewhere else.
I turn the intercom on as long as that takes.
Okay, yeah, it's just
Fire.
you're done. Got it.
Pew! Over. Click.
The puppy is whining at my door, and I can't focus.
Oh no.
Okay, so I post. I'm gonna move you over to this console, right?
Fair.
You notice some stuff lighting up on this console. Some of it kind of flickers because it's been shot.
Mm-hmm. What kind of stuff is lighting up over here?
All right, you look over at it, and even though you don't know how the sim operates, controls are well labeled, and you know your way around a spaceship. This appears to be indicating that a power-up cycle for all of those robot chambers that you passed on the way here has begun. Hey, Bex, thanks for the
Can I
Twitch Prime
just
subscribe.
Turn that off.
Hey.
Not from here.
What? I have security. I can type some stuff.
Well, if you want to try to break through security and access it from here, you can.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Why not? I've got hero points.
Is it pretty clear what High Post is trying to do?
I mean,
In that Dag might be able to assist.
I think I'd be like, shoot the robots,
Ah, shit, the robots.
and like start typing. So I think yes.
Dag will assist.
Is he trained in security?
Yes.
All right, so +2 step.
Plus 2 step.
That sounds like a success.
Oh my god, that's stellar.
Okay. High Post, you managed to reroute the command function for the robot power-up cycle to your console and then immediately shut it off. It appears 2 robots were able to activate before you were able to do that.
Fair.
Well, that's why I'm standing here. So
I'm
I'm just standing with side blades out, like, okay.
While I'm in here, can I look for any other kind of like automated defenses to fiddle with?
Sure. Why don't you give me an awareness check to kind of take a lay of the deck, of all the
man.
controls and see what jumps out at you.
I'm not super great at that, but I'll give it a shot.
You could ask your Ezretian.
Yeah. Razik, if you'd like to help out.
I'm gonna come and assist.
Okay. You are trained in that, so that's a +2
Very well,
deck.
so.
All right.
Amazing. That is not a stellar, but it is an excellent.
Okay. So, giving a cursory look, this deck of control panels, they don't have everything. It's a 6-deck engine room. If you guys can see, the blue area here is just a shaft straight down to the bottom. You can probably hear commotion down there about the other engineers. And
Yeah.
this deck looks like it's particularly about power management and the robot bays, and automated repair systems. No security systems. However, you
turning off lights.
well, you can kind of track where power is going, and you can
So-
see that they don't have a whole lot in the way of automated defenses.
So,
Mm.
Razik, are you wearing life support? I know, Dag, are you wearing life support? I know I'm in a like vacuum armor like suit in the like big exoskeleton.
I believe we've established that we had to walk out in space to get here, so I think I have the basic one, like not an armored suit, but just the basic one. If I get shot, it can get pierced and stuff.
That's right. We did have to do a spacewalk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Dag,
we all have something.
Dag's got a vacuum collar. So
Okay. Cool. Can we just start powering stuff down?
Just start shutdown sequences.
yeah.
Just flip all those
Just like
switches.
shut down everything.
Everything. Okay.
And then
Like,
kind of start shooting the control panels.
Okay. As you're doing that, the intercom flares up, and the intercom sounds angry, and you hear Sadat going, "Okay, stop that! Stop it!"
Sadat, I just want to talk, and I'm like,
I just want to talk. I just want to talk.
I just want to talk, buddy. I just want to talk, buddy. You don't want your guys to get hurt. I just want to talk. If you could.
Or just then, you shut off power to whatever was powering the intercom.
Yeah. Whoops. Power everyone's life support on, please, guys. Power on your life. Okay, cool. Yeah, I wanna. I
I
wanna.
hit my microphone. I'm sorry.
I'm I'm turning like everything off.
Okay. We're gonna cut to the control center
We're like
where the
Texas
lights
during
are
a snowstorm.
right. Yeah, just shutting everything down. We cut to the control center, and all the lights are flickering. Control entire like consoles are just going black, and Sadat just has this irritated, increasingly more angry look on his face, and he looks over at Ara and Alistair, and he says, "Take these two into custody." And when he says that, Alistair steps meaningfully in front of Ara and ignites his basket hilt saber, which is his side blade, and he starts to just radiate psychic energy, and he just kind of declares out to everyone. He says, "Miss Farrow and I are leaving. Contact us when you get your own shit together." And with one arm wrapped around his back and kind of grabbing Ara, he starts to back the way out. And we see a few of the revolutionary cronies like pull their weapons up and level them, and he just kind of stares them down, a blade ignited. And we'll cut back to you guys.
Oh shit! Should we have told your brother about this plan I've just made up?
He's used to me doing crazy things. We're fine.
Oh, cool. I'll just tell him it was you. I have a feeling Ara is going to be a little bit frustrated.
Well, I was gonna say we could
To
make
be
things.
fair, at least he was thinking of doing exactly what you're doing. So go ahead.
What, new guy?
I was thinking, although it would not help me, but it might help some of us here if we were to turn off gravity.
Oh, I'm not trained in Zero. Although I did
Yes,
say
but
I'm
I
turning
remember-
everything off, so
Yeah, in fact, right when you say I'm not trained in Zero, the grav plating beneath you fails, and you all start to float.
no,
I
I
know,
decided
turn on my
not to
mag
put
boots.
anything in Zero while I was leveling up.
I turn on my mag boots.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just pop mine on too.
The suit, the 0G suit that we took to come here, do they have Mac boots?
I
Not
think
built
that's
in.
like its own separate thing.
Oh yeah,
Oh my
the newest
God, I
member
love
of the
this little puppy.
party, Vegas's puppy.
So good.
She gives me Baby
was-
Yoda.
Yeah, she was not stopping whining at the door. And like I saw it activating my mic, I was like, this needs to stop.
So
I was
I'm gonna
gonna-
go.
I was gonna make a joke about the puppy, but I don't want to get banned on Twitch, so yeah. I was gonna say something about like if you guys subscribe, we might feed it, something like that.
Oh. Yeah.
But I
What were
didn't
you
say
thinking,
that because if
But
I
that
did
was a
say that,
joke.
that would be it could be construed in a poor way.
I'm gonna go ahead and post up
subscribe, we all-
here
Okay.
with high powered, just kind of ready.
Okay. So who
I'm
who is floating? Who does not have mag boots?
Since you said that the basic suit doesn't have Mac boots built in, I'm floating.
Okay.
However, I will be using the walls and random grapple points to move for now.
Hover lights, mag boots, basic equipment at this point. Also, some sort of space iPad.
Ah yes,
yeah,
space
yeah.
iPad.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you can like,
Dag's got all these things.
set your space children up with space plants versus space zombies.
She's so precious.
Dag, do you have mag boots? Okay. So the only
Yeah,
one free floating is
Dag's
Rizik.
fine control.
Razik does have points in acrobatics though, so he should be trained for 0.
I believe it's in the rules if you have at least
I
one or
think
two.
you-
Yes.
Yeah, at least one you should be fine.
You have at least one rank in acrobatics. You're trained for 0 gravity.
Or wasn't it also extreme sports, which I don't think anyone has ever taken ever?
Yeah, why would I? Although I wish I had now that I've gotten into hover bikes.
No, I believe we were saying it should be extreme sports so that it's an actually valuable skill. But no, it's just acrobatics. Yeah.
Next character is gonna be an ex gamer.
Yeah. Just make Tony Hawk in space. It's not a space Tony Hawk. It is Tony Hawk. He's in space.
Right.
And every single time we have to introduce that character by going like, so what's your name? My name's Anthony Hawk. Oh, cool. You have the same name as this like very cool skater dude. Yeah, I know.
Anyway,
oh, there
I'm
we go.
ready to shoot a person. I'm gonna wait right here to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I'm gonna kind of, just
Is this chair bolted to the
Actually,
floor? Well,
let's-
it is.
Yes.
We are in 0G, so yeah.
It is bolted to the floor. Yes.
yeah. Dag's gonna post right here.
I'm gonna do the same then. Like,
Actually, it's
the
not
other-
bolted. It's magnetized. So you could like pick it up and move it.
I'm gonna drag it. I'm gonna drag it over in front of me
Okay.
because I don't see any doors behind us.
And I'm gonna move my token like right here. I'm oops, sorry.
Opening doors. What's wrong with you?
I'm like against this
welcome.
corner, like three
Yeah, yeah.
75% cover.
I feel it. Okay. So quite a while passes.
Real quick. What color is Alistair's blade?
I don't know. What do you want it to be?
I don't know. That's why I asked you.
Well, all of the side blades are star colors, right? So let's just say his is like a deep orange.
Nice.
Okay. Can everyone give me an awareness check? Razik and Elise with a -2 step.
You said awareness.
I did say awareness. Yes.
Okay.
I'm really starting out strong, huh? That's an excellent.
That's a stellar for Dag.
Okay.
said
For me as well.
-2 step for you. Yes, Elise.
Okay.
And Razik, you got a what?
Color despite the -2.
Jeez. Okay.
Hang on. I gotta check some numbers here.
It's almost like he spec'd into it.
Yeah, nope.
Elise is completely oblivious. Okay.
I have points in that too.
So if you'd gotten an average, you wouldn't have been surprised by this. But since everyone got anything other than an average, I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on here. Okay, Hypoist, Dag, and Razik. You hear what sounds like air thrusters being fired from the lower decks, from the gaps. And Dag and Razik, since you both got stellars, I will allow you to act upon this before the air thrusters reveal themselves.
Air thrusters.
Yeah, like an air thruster is just a like pressurized gas being released, which will propel you in 0G.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you meant like just the air thrusters, or that implies the existence of people directed your way.
Right. Well, you hear that sound, and since you guys are all, spacefarers on the reg, you know what that sound is. And since Dag and Razik got stellars, they can. I mean, Razik isn't really in a position, but Dag, I'll go ahead and say you look over the railing and you see a militarized bot thrusting his way straight up.
So
We
the
got
gap.
inbound.
by the gaps and railing, you mean
The blue area.
this area?
Coming from below.
Yep.
Okay.
So Dag, you can do something before the robot gets into position.
I would also like to do something.
Yes, you can.
Go ahead, Brazik.
I would like to wedge myself in a kind of prone position, like against or under this console.
Okay.
Point my guns in this direction. Essentially, like getting ready because I heard the thrusting, so I know they're coming from behind me.
Okay, cool.
All right.
And the reason why I'm wedging.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say the reason why I'm wedging myself is because 0G reaction. If I shoot, I'm gonna get propelled all over the place. I'm using a physical pistol.
When they say that though, Alicia's gonna turn so that like she's sideways in this room, so that like one side blade's pointed at the door and one's pointed at the direction where the sound's coming from.
Okay.
And you said I can do something. I look down. You said I see it.
Yeah, it's coming right up.
I shoot it.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, there we go. That's what we're looking for.
That's giving him the business.
I have laser pistols pulled at the moment.
Okay, I don't know which one.
Love that for
this
you.
is. This is number 2. Okay.
What kind of modifiers am I looking at? Like, what's range? What do we got?
You're in close range.
Good.
And that's it. It's not evading. It's free floating up.
Fucking wonderful. Okay, so normally
Fish in a
I get a
barrel.
plus. I get a +2 to my laser pistols. So I'm gonna go ahead and negate that +2 by shooting both pistols at him at once. Wow.
That's a 1.
Guess what's the only thing that can make me miss on my laser pistols?
A 1 or less.
A 1. Guess what else? I'm a Hunam.
Oh! So yeah, humans have a species trait called the greatest heights, hardest falls. The first time you roll a natural 1 on your primary die, bad things happen. And the first time you roll a natural 20 on your primary die, good things happen.
Yep.
So what happens bad?
My next check has a -2 step penalty automatically.
Yeah. So Dag, you level your lasers and you fire, but you anticipate. Even laser weapons, they have like just the slightest amount of recoil. It's not as much as a flechette weapon, because there's not gas being pushed backwards, but there's enough energy rattling around in a weapon that it kind of just ever so slightly shifts. And Dag, being an incredibly well trained marksman, accounted for that. But he's in 0G. He scratches the paint off this robot as it ascends, and yeah. So
I was gonna say, because an attack, I want to take a 2-meter shift, but I feel like he's just that like I don't miss. Like he just gets stuck there for a second, so he's just staying there.
Okay. We're going to go into initiative. I'm going to just delete. I moved the NPCs to the side, but I don't need them, and they're in my way. I'm deleting. Okay, so let's go ahead and add all of these people.
Does initiative count as my next check?
Yes.
Or is it like my next? Okay.
Oh, rip.
Well,
That's
at least
okay.
it's just initiative and not an attack.
Well, I mean, and I have a natural +4 bonus to my initiative, so now it's just a
Yeah.
+2.
It's a good one to like have that on. Ooh.
All right, type in your success rating while I cross-reference mine. Okay. Surprisingly, one of the robots is going to go first. He had an average 12. And then it's going to be Caddy with an average 10, who is playing Hypoist. And then it's going to be Dag, 7. Then everyone else failed. With the other robot failing the highest. What a weird turn of events here. I guess they are kind of, even though you're aware of them, they're hitting you from an angle you weren't expecting. Then Elise.
Yeah, because we
And-
set up for 0G. That's our bad.
Okay. So. The first robot, they've ascended to like, waist level between Hypolis and Dag. And now they are going to do their thing. So as these bots rise, they extend their palms and they're going to shoot out sonic pulsers from emitters in their palms. He is going to fire both times at Hypoist. He gets a +1 step to hit. He hits on a 16 because he's pathetic. And he gets to do that twice. Oh, apparently we're all rolling well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, alright. So that is
Love
going to be
that.
an average hit. So you are going to take 4 energy damage.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't hit me.
Okay. And we are playing with the house rule that if you don't take any actual wounds, then any secondary effects don't apply. That is not core Alternity rule. We just thought it made sense for our game, so that's what we're doing. And then it's going to do it again. And it hit. For 2 energy damage.
Nope.
Alright, so two sonic bursts slam into Hypoist, but doesn't penetrate his armor. And that is going to be, I believe, a 4 impulse action. Yep, 4 impulse action for that schmuck. Right, Hypoist, you're up.
Elena, can you remind me about the exoskeleton? I have the minuses marked on my sheet, but I don't. Does exoskeleton give bonuses to any like certain things?
It actually does.
I'm trying not to open too many tabs because
Yeah.
that tends to make my computer
It gives
freak
you a
out.
melee attack, it gives you a +1 step attack when charging.
Okay,
if you have
no
plus-
like no hand to hand or other like strength type stuff.
It might. How many points do you have in it?
In what?
Exoskeleton or in body armor training?
Armor training? I've got like 5 points in armor training.
Alright, hang on. Oh shoot.
Hypoist is letting go of his gun so that it just kind of like hangs off of his body.
Put it on the page.
He's going to be grabbing this thing with his big exoskeleton hands. I'm just trying to decide. I'm trying to figure out if there's a step bonus to it.
I think there was something. Stupidly did not write down the page it's on. Because I think if you have
Yeah, I didn't either. I feel bad about it.
something. There it is.
I have a
how
minus
many
to
points
extreme
in it?
sports. I have 5 in armor training.
Doesn't look like it gives you anything from that.
Okay. And then I will just be rolling flat to grab this boy. The goal, Jakin, is to just kind of like smash it into the nearest solid object. As best I can do that in, 0G. But
Cool. I'm getting the volume right for the music.
It actually does give unarmed bonuses. That was my bad.
unarmed bonus.
Yes, it increases your effective strength to 9. Your unarmed damage increases to 1d8 plus 0/3, and you gain a +2 bonus to damage if you wield a melee weapon.
I am only just now paying attention. Were you guys talking to me?
I was talking to Caddy about her
Okay,
exoskeleton,
cool,
but she
cool.
froze.
Caddy's frozen.
Yeah, just starting, she says.
Dag, you wanna... Oh, Hypos is gonna, F stuff up. Well, dang gummit.
I mean, do you want me to just step in and take my turn anyway? Because I assume Hypost is going to attack the one in front of him.
But he might, push...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Caddy, her graphics card is on the fritz, which is why her computer needed to restart. This might happen several times tonight. We're just going to have to bear with it. It's unfortunate all the time. Extra unfortunate when we're in combat and it's Hypo's
In the
turn.
meantime, look at this cute puppy.
I do think we're going to have to go ahead and say it's Dag's turn.
Okay.
Just, we gotta keep things moving.
Yeah. So Dag is going to go ahead and just... Can I help you? Really? Hey. I'm playing a game here. Stop it. Gonna go ahead and just shoot the one in front of me.
Okay.
I already had the -2 to my initiative, so I'm gonna do again the double shot into his stupid robot face. So it's at a flat 0.
Okay, stupid robot face, got it. Welcome back. We're gonna let Dag go first because you were gone. Then we'll do you.
Yep, makes sense.
That's an average.
Okay.
So he is gonna take 4 and 4.
Okay,
Energy
that is 2 light wounds. Boop boop.
Cool. That is a 3 impulse shot.
3 impulse shot.
Done.
Got it.
Yeah, done.
All right, Hypost. Go ahead and take your action.
Okay, cool. If I have an effective strength of 9, then that means I need a 5 or greater to succeed the hand-to-hand to grapple. No bonuses.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Shoot. Well, okay, there we go. I didn't grapple.
Okay, and that was 3 impulse.
Yeah.
And then that was 3 impulse for Dag. And now we're on robot number 2, which Dag just shot. Same thing as before. This one's going to fire sonic emitters from its palms right at Dag. But this time he's going to roll, poorly. Twice. And that's going to be all she wrote. All right, Elisa, you're up.
Okay. I will throw my cyber at this one. Just first one I picked. Any minuses or anything?
I don't think so. Nope.
'Cause, I mean, I know there's 0G, but I'm trained in that. It's also a psychic throw, so...
Oh, actually, even if you are trained in 0G, everyone gets a -1 step penalty. Oh, well, actually, no, because you're mag booted to the floor. So you
Yes.
don't have to worry about it.
Well, I was also thinking because it's I'm throwing it psychically, therefore I'm directing it with my mind. So
That's
I
true.
wasn't-
It's technically not a physical activity. Either way, you're
Yeah.
mag booted to the floor, so.
Okay.
Oh, we're not on the game screen. That's embarrassing.
Oh, I had grazes from last session. I assume those are gone.
Yes, all
Yep.
raises heal after the end of the encounter.
God, I checked that. All right. Yeah, that is average.
Okay.
Seven energy damage, and it has AP because
Yeah.
Tekara.
Okay, that is a serious wound.
And I'm attack on a dodge.
I'm gonna attack on dodge for a total of 4, right?
Yes.
Okay, Razik, you're up.
I'm gonna shoot the closest one.
Okay.
Even though I'm wedged under this console, I'm assuming I still take the -1 because I'm not mag booted.
Yes. No, actually, ranged attacks don't qualify. It's any physical activity, including hand-to-hand and melee attacks, but not ranged attacks. Ranged
Okay.
attacks, you're good. Yeah.
Alright, so +1 for pistol, +1 for laser sight because I'm assuming the bot is not dodging,
The bot is not dodging.
and he's in close range. So that's a +2 natural. And if I aim, that would be a +3, but I won't. So I'm gonna take it as a +2. Firearm 8 is not enough. I missed.
Okay. You missed. Actually, oh, damn it. The robot missed too. Okay. So, you missed. Oh, you're going to hit this center console. Perfect. Need to find the chart. Right. Your flechette pistol fires right into the main computer core of the ship,
Razik!
which will cause something to go a little boom.
You know, I was thinking about moving the charges in here and just being like, fine, if you won't talk to us, we're blowing your ship up. So I'm really glad that Razik just handled that for us.
Can you roll damage, please?
Flechette, I'm assuming average damage?
Yes, average damage.
Ooh, I rolled high. I'm not sure if that's good or not.
9 damage. It has armor of 3, which means you did cosmetic damage to it. Roll d20.
6. D20. Actually, oh yeah, there's a d20 right here. 6.
6. Okay. You must have punctured its coolant system as liquid coolant starts to bubble and ooze out of the opening.
Nice.
Okay, and that was and now you need to give me an acrobatics check. I'm gonna need my bookmark.
Acrobatic, I get +1, and that's pretty much it.
Does he get a -1 from being in 0G, or does it only affect the hand-to-hand and melee?
Yes, you'll get the -1.
Sorry, Razik.
Total 0. And I failed.
Okay, you are off balance.
Alright.
What is off balance? You may find yourself asking. Well,
I was about to ask that, so that's a good.
off balance is a status effect. That means you take a -2 step penalty on any skill check you make on your next action.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming it's gone when I use a skill action, or if I just skip my turn for whatever reason,
Yeah,
or like.
well, near your
whatever.
next action. So whatever action you take, you'll take a -2. And if it doesn't have a roll, then you don't take any penalty. It's just your next action. Oh damn!
I'll
Would you have
keep that in
succeeded? Would you have succeeded with the +1 step?
Or impossible.
What about a +3 step on top of your normal +1 step?
So that would have been a +4 step.
So go ahead and roll a d12. Okay, I assume you succeeded.
Maybe not. 17. Yeah, I succeeded. Yep.
Okay. If you have 0G training, you ignore the penalty for skill checks and gain a +3 step bonus to acrobatics checks in 0G.
I see.
Yeah. So
So
no
yeah, I
problem.
succeeded. So I'm in balance.
Okay, so that was a 3 impulse action, 4 impulse action? 3.
Three.
Okay. Okay.
Because you didn't aim.
Nope. Should have now that I saw my roll, but you know, insight's always 20/20. Unlike the rolls, never 20.
Yeah, the rolls are never 20.
Elise is not at her computer.
I was here. What's up?
The door opens.
I was here.
That's why I put myself here.
Sadat Zadar stands in the doorway. He is wearing a vacuum collar with mag boots. In his left hand is a customized high-powered laser pistol, and his left hand has a powered gauntlet on it. He is going to take a 2-meter step and swing the power gauntlet at Elise. Elise, you're evading, right? That's going to be a minus... Minus what?
I don't know.
What's your dodge?
Oh, what's my dodge? I got 5 ranks.
No, so it's a minus 2.
But I have a minus 2 step on it because Max so slotted.
That doesn't matter. It's just your ranks. Okay. So he is going to make 2 power gauntlet attacks against you. And actually, you know what? I think he's going to make 2 martial arts attacks again. 2 power gauntlets. Okay, so he gets a minus 1 step penalty, and that's a flat. And he's going to stack on and evade for 0. He can evade for 0. And yeah, so he hits on an 8. So he's going to roll this twice. He got an 8. Wait, I forgot your minus 2 step penalty for your evading. He missed. Okay, second attack. -3. He missed again. Alright, as he swings, you can feel the static electricity emanating off of this gauntlet. Your hair perks up each time he swipes past you. Whoosh, whoosh. And that's going to be a 3 impulse action for him, and he is evading. Been so low. Okay. I post, you're up.
Okay.
Oh, batteries in my lights when I was looking at them. Now I'm seeing white spots.
I wanna give this guy a mean right hook, just because that seems like it's gonna be faster. You can't aim with a punch, I don't think.
Yes,
can
you can.
You can?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll tag on an aim. Plus 1 step. Oh,
It's a good roll. 20.
18. Stellar Fist armor was a D8 plus 3.
Yep.
And this is physical, obviously, because I don't have that glove. So 9 twice.
Damn. Twice. Okay, that's going to be 2 moderate wounds.
I want to launch him kind of that way.
that way. So you just kind of like giving him
Like-
a hook.
Yeah, giving him a hook to launch him up stage north.
Okay, and you got a stellar?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say you move him. Roll a d8.
Okay. It's like there's not really rules for that.
But this is
Seems
fun.
to make sense. I was originally going to just throw him at Sadat, but I don't want to hit Elise with a robot. 2.
2? Okay. So he's gonna move 2 meters. It knocks over the side railing and it's now floating. Yeah.
That's cool. I'll just kick him next time. Real Spartan, like, but then my mag boot sticks to him, and it's like whenever you like step on a piece of plastic.
Alright, so that was a 4 impulse. I turned it up a bit, Vegas. Is it better?
Give me a
It
second
sounds
to check.
good to me, but
Okay. It's different for you guys in the stream. You guys have 2 different volumes. I'm annoying.
Yeah, sounds good on my end.
Cool. Your turn.
I gotta remute stream. Okay, things are happening. Stuff is also still happening. And then other things, are happening.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna focus on this boy right in front of me. I want to do something really cool.
Do it. You won't.
I just need to recheck super briefly. Da, 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 da. Wow, shove is weird. Shove is part of a move action.
Yes. It's when you want to shove through someone, basically.
I don't want to shove through someone. I want to shove away from me.
We can just make it
Spartan.
like a grapple test.
Yeah, because like kind of what I'm wanting to do is, oh, Hypoest is moving that bot out of the way. Oh, Hypoest has an exoskeleton. Cool. So Dag kind of wants to pick one boot up off the ground and just fucking like
Oh, then just make a hand-to-hand attack.
drop kick it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just one like drop kick this guy and push him back towards Hypoest so Hypoest can like catch and throw. So
You're
yeah,
muted.
hand to hand. What?
Chatty is pantomiming.
I'm just gonna throw him in the trash.
Yeah, so just a straight hand to hand attack.
Yeah.
Any modifiers?
No.
Okay. So yeah, just a straight hand to hand. Let me get here. Bloop. Oh, that's a 12. That's exactly an average.
Okay. So go ahead and roll damage. I believe for unarmed it's just a d4.
I think so. I don't have it listed
Yeah,
here
D4.
because I wasn't. Okay.
And then roll a d4. Roll a d4 damage and then roll a d4 to see how far you push him.
Okay. D4, 3 damage.
Okay. That
And-
doesn't get through his armor, but you are going to send him cartwheeling back all the way over to high post.
Yes. I'm gonna go ahead and, as part of my attack action, take a 2-meter shift right there.
Okay.
And I mean that's it. 3 impulse. Done.
Okay. Alright. El Roboto 1. The robot is going to use its free 2 meters to use its built-in thrusters to spin and then activate its mag feet to slam onto the ground. And then it's going to turn its stunners on Hypoist. And number 1 has a moderate wound, so it's going to be flat 0 for dice. So oopty, followed by shoopty. 19 will hit for 1 energy damage. Zeke, you're up.
Want to shoot this now closer one.
Okay.
We've established I've got a +2 without aiming, so I'm just gonna take that. Firearm 13 is a average.
Okay.
Physical damage.
That is a light one.
That
Right.
was 3 impulse.
Okay. Oh, acrobatics with a +3 step modifier. Yep, you're good.
I'm absolutely good.
Alright, Sadat's turn. He is going to do the same thing. He's going to swing the power gauntlet. He's only going to swing it once, so he doesn't take the -1 step. So he's going to be total -1 step. And then he's going to attack on an evade. He rolled a 1. That is a 2 impulse action for him. And then it's the next robot's turn. This robot is going to clamber over and activate its mag boots to land.
Ah.
I'm going to say that's a 1 impulse move because, you know, it had to, like, actually move onto the platform. So that's going to be its 1 impulse move. At least you're up.
Okay, you said he's dodging, right?
Yeah, okay, for some...
What is that a minus of?
That's a good question. -4.
-4 on him?
Yes.
Jesus. I'll update my notes so I don't keep asking you. Wow, that'd give me just a -4 straight up if I decided to hit it with both side blades. So I guess I'm only gonna hit him with 1.
Okay.
Because then it's only a minus. If I aim, I can't dodge, right?
Correct.
Okay, and I'm only gonna hit him with 1. I can't attack and then throw a side blade, right?
No.
Okay, just double checking. That is an excellent.
Okay, before you roll damage, he is going to do a 1 impulse block. When targeted by a melee attack, Sadat can make a powerful gauntlet attack as an opposed check to counter the attack's check result.
Mhm.
And you got an excellent, you said?
Yes.
Okay. He also got an excellent. So you slash at, or you lunge with your side blade, and with his gauntlet, he just grabs the blade.
Okay. Well, I also dodge.
Okay. Let me. That was a 1 impulse action, so let me reaction. So let me update him to 8.2. And then you're dodging, so this is a 4. Dag, you're up.
That one that I just sent over and then decided he was gonna step back on the fucking platform.
Yeah. Now they both have mag
He's-
boots active, or mag feet in their case. So.
Okay. He's getting blasted again because that isn't what was supposed to happen.
Yeah. Rude, right?
Blasted.
What a dick. Double check something super quick because I believe this is a thing.
I mean, you can leave these guys here. They have to roll like an excellent to even land a hit on, like damage on me at this point.
Yeah, but if I can also like help deal with them, I'm going to.
Okay.
So I'm at a
just gonna
+2 to
shout at
shoot.
Zadat.
I'm gonna. Well, yeah, but right now if I shoot at Zadat, I might hit Elise.
Might hit Elise.
And I don't want to do that.
Plan. I'm gonna
So,
yell at him. Can't hit Alicia that way.
I get a +2. I'm going to take the -2 to shoot both of them at him,
Okay.
but I'm also going to take a 1 impulse aim to get a +2 because I have steady hands, so when I aim with pistols, it's a +2.
Cool.
So, with a total of a +2, that is going to be a stellar.
Oh.
So we're gonna possibly have problems here. So he's gonna take maybe. Hello. 10
Yeah.
twice. 11 twice.
Hmm.
Is he still standing?
No.
Okay.
He topples over smoking. He is deceased. Do not pass go.
Cool.
Do
I'm gonna
not
take a
collect
2-meter
$200.
shift. Right there.
Okay.
That's 4 impulses.
I post.
I haven't done this in a while. But
It's time to shit talk.
yeah, Sadat can probably hear me. I
Yeah.
feel like I could just shout at him.
Yeah.
Space wouldn't be fun if you couldn't yell at people who don't have your phone number. So that in mind,
There's still atmosphere. So,
yeah, I'm gonna use that ability you gave me called Agitator.
yeah.
Hey, Sweet Pea, stop it. I'll have a +4 influence bonus on it. So I don't think I can fail, but I'm gonna roll it for degrees, even though it doesn't change anything. So I'll shout over to Sadat. How's it feel to know Irene left your competency for our incompetency because she still knew it was better? Cool. That's an excellent, but it still makes him distracted.
Okay.
It's opposed by willpower.
Oh, it is opposed.
Agitator is, yeah.
He is a Zod core. They have really good willpower. Okay. You got an excellent, right?
Yeah.
You got an excellent. On the dot. So it does matter your degree of success if it's opposed.
Yeah. Mine is an excellent. To hit an excellent, I have to get a 9, but I don't know if it's like.
Yeah, and only an initiative doesn't matter what you roll. In this point, it just takes the success versus the success. Sorry.
It's okay. I haven't used it in a while, so I was like, I might as well be mean to this guy.
Yeah. He replies, and yet I don't see her. That was 3 impulse.
Mm-hmm.
Razik, you're up.
Same verse. First, we're gonna shoot at this guy.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like
really
that
well.
number. That sounds like a stellar. Ten twice.
10 twice. That is 2 serious wounds.
And I'm balanced for real.
You're off balance for real.
Off balance for real. Yep. I'll keep that in mind. I'll put a status. I'll
Okay,
remember
okay.
for my next turn.
Even with the +4.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So did you get a... That was 3 impulse?
But you rolled a
Yep.
D8.
+3 step.
Okay. So that is going to punch Elise. Elise, you're still evading?
Yep.
Good. And he's just going to do the normal punch, and he's going to stack an evade on it for 0. 17. That is 1 away from Stellar. So that's an excellent. Elise, you're going to take... Oh, big damage. 13 physical damage.
Jakin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just activating her door accent thingy came at challenge. That's on top of what I already have, right?
Yes, it's in addition.
Okay.
Step is D8, right?
What's that?
Plus step is D8.
Plus how many steps?
3.
Yes, plus 3 is a d8.
Okay, perfect.
But shouldn't you be at plus 4? Because don't you have an innate plus 1 because you're a Ezrician?
Oh, you are correct. My bad. I'll roll a D12 because it might make a difference.
13 minus 9 is 4, right?
Yes.
No, it did not.
Okay.
So I reduced it to 4. So it's only a light wound.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's his turn, right?
That was his turn. He's done now, but it was his turn. Alright. Robot. It's going to shoot once at Hypolis and once at Razik. It has a serious wound, so that's -2 step. So it's got a -1 step. Hypolis first. Miss. Razik. Miss. Okay. And then Elise, you're up.
Okay, well, she's probably just gonna throw caution to the wind at this point and attack with both.
Okay. -4 step.
No. And that's a stellar.
Okay, he is going to do the 1 impulse block. And he got a stellar.
I don't like this guy. Pain in the ass.
Let me update him first.
Clear line of fire, Elise.
Please, Elise,
Yeah,
for the love
yes,
of
yes.
God.
I'll shift. Can I shift here?
Yeah.
Alright. Can I still dodge?
Okay. Before impulse?
Yeah.
Okay. Dag.
Oh look, Elise cleared line of fire. I'm gonna take a 2-meter
Inconceivable.
shift. Right there. It puts me in close range.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do to Sadat what I did to the last robot.
Okay, you get a -4
So
step
it's gonna
penalty.
be- Okay, so I have a +2. That means it's a -4. Wait, oh, hold on. I think I might have something that I have nothing. Yeah. Also, I didn't need to step forward because I reduce range penalties. Okay, so that's a -2 with my aim. A 9 is a... Tell me it's an excellent. Tell me it's an excellent. It's an excellent.
Okay.
Okay. So he's going to take 9 and 12. And I get, because I had an excellent or better, an immediate follow-up attack with the same weapons.
Okay. That's
but I
2 light
believe-
wounds.
I believe, I'm going to double check. Yeah, it's a -1, so now I'm at a -3.
Alright, stop. He's going to take a 2 impulse reaction to return fire. When targeted by a ranged attack, Sadat can make a custom HP laser pistol attack against his attacker after the initial attack resolves. So,
I shouldn't have stepped forward. He would have been at medium range.
yeah, so he is now at 5.01, and he is going to take a shot. He does not have wound penalties at this time. He did 2 light wounds. So he's going to fire his custom HP laser pistol. He has a +3 step bonus to hit. Here it goes.
Oh, I should have dodged.
17 is just shy of a stellar, which means he hit you with a excellent. You are going to
Okay.
take 12 energy damage.
That would be a moderate wound. I'll take it.
Okay.
Because I have 3 energy armor, so that'd knock it to a 9. Yeah. So my follow-up is now -2 from what it was. Because it's -1, but now I have an additional -1 penalty because of wound. So, and -4 to attack. And I don't care. -1 will be a miss.
Okay.
So that's 4 impulses.
Alright, Hypolis, you're up.
So what I want to do is connect my mag boots to the shoulders of this robot.
Okay. That would be a
So that I'm
grapple.
standing on its shoulders.
That would definitely be a grapple. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love it.
I need a 5 to succeed.
I believe I think grapple is opposed, right?
Hand to hand.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
opposed hand to hand.
So let me double check what degree of success that is, because it treats my strength as a 9.
This guy has a serious wound, so he gets a -2 step penalty.
So I have a stellar.
He got a fail.
Yeah, cool. I imagine that's my turn for now.
Yeah, so you're now standing on top of... I'm going to leave your token where it is, just because I don't want to get confusing. But yeah, you just you leap up, and you plant yourself on top of this this boy. Alright, that was 3 impulse?
Yeah, I guess so. It's a standard thing.
It is, yeah. Razik, you're up.
Bog standard.
We're gonna
Totally
try to
normal.
destroy that. I want to get rid of it, and I'm not in immediate danger. He's shooting at me, but I don't feel like I need to dodge. I'm gonna aim this time for a 4 impulse action.
Well, now that
giving my-
Hypolis is on top of it, I would aim too, yeah.
And I'm gonna +3 step it. That's a hit, and that's excellent.
Okay.
For 9 physical damage.
9 physical damage. It translates to
4 impulse.
a moderate wound, of which it has none left. Which means it's going to upgrade to a serious wound, of which it has none left. Which means it's going to upgrade to a critical wound.
Hold on. Hold on. I forgot the -2, which would have made it a +1. So I'm gonna keep the 13. I'm just rolling 1d4. It might lower the damage. That would be the 4. Nope, we're still good. Continue on. We're good.
Okay. You blow one of its arms off. And Hypolis has to quickly reattach to the inner part of the shoulder. Okay, and that was 4 impulse.
And I'm still off balance.
Still off balance, okay. Alright, Robot's turn. With its remaining hand, it's going to try to shoot Hypoist. Yeah, so this grapple's actually kind of funny because you're not actually holding. So yes, he's going to shoot you.
Are you standing over his head?
Literally just standing on his head. He got a -2, so that's him. Alright, Sadat's turn. Sadat is going to do his double attack. He's going to make 1 high-powered laser attack and 1 power gauntlet attack. He is going to try to grapple Elise with his gauntlet.
I think my exoskeleton means I have a strength of 9, just so you know.
Okay. This is an opposed test, so, yeah.
One second.
He got an excellent.
So I've never had to do that. What do I roll?
You roll,
Hand to
hand to hand.
Hand to hand. Alright. Fantastic.
And it'll treat it like your strength is a 9.
Yeah, I don't know.
So like I had to temporarily change my strength stat to a 9 and then switched it back.
Yeah. I don't know how that works though. Like, I'm straight up confused. What does that mean?
It's just math. Like, you don't have to change anything. It's just, what is your hand-to-hand skill? 0. You succeed on 11 plus.
Well, I rolled a 1.
Okay. He grappled the shit out of you. Alright, when you're grappled, You can use the resist action to break free by defeating your opponent in a post hand-to-hand check. If the enemy grapple you has only one hand free, you gain a +1 step. You lose grapple. You can also make unarmed attacks normally against the enemy who's grappling you, or grapple your enemy back to turn it into a mutual grapple. So effectively, he lunges forward and just wraps his power gauntlet around your throat, and your weapons are going to fall to the side. Or grappled. Okay. And then with his second attack, he's going to shoot at Dag. 15 is going to be an excellent. Oh, actually, he was supposed to have a +2 step on that. 20 is going to be a stellar. So, Dag, you are going to take 13 energy damage twice.
I'm going to use a hero point to lower, because I have a 10. That makes it a 10, so that's 2 serious wounds. I'm going to use a hero point to reduce incoming damage.
Yeah. So all the wounds become less.
Yeah.
There's the hero. You said they're serious?
They were serious, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And then, since you are grappled, I believe his next course of action is to take his 2-meter shift to move you. Yes. So he's going to pull Elise into a healing shield position.
Point of order.
Yes.
Moving people while grappled.
I think you have to roll again.
Either you roll again, or it takes twice the movement. 2 meters for every 1 meter moved. So if he only has a 2-meter shift, he can't move her 2 meters.
You're right. Okay.
I spend a hero point.
Okay.
From astride my noble steed, I shout. I shout. Whoever kills him doesn't have chores on the wheel for a month. Everyone gets
to take an immediate action.
I get to +2. Wait, I still have to roll influence. Technically, it's +4. I can't technically fail it. Is that a +4?
Yeah, that's a +4.
What happened?
And you got a 3.
Okay. Wait, I have a 1,
And
2,
you.
Did you fail?
3, and 4. I might have failed. I have to make sure I'm counting all of my things, though.
What a shocking turn of events.
I think I failed.
Yeah, you succeed on a 4.
I succeed on a 4.
Oh no!
And I only have +4 steps to it.
Only.
Amazing.
Okay, well that's going to be a 1 impulse hero
One
point.
impulse reaction, yeah.
Yeah. Wow, what? I did not see that coming.
My claim still stands.
It just didn't.
It doesn't.
But everyone's realizing that. Yes, everyone has realized that Sudat Sadar ain't no fucking pushover, and so everyone's like, I don't know.
But it is a whole month.
That's true. Anyway, he's going to attack on the evade, and that's going to be a 3 impulse action.
Cool. So I can still use my psychic ability. I'm restraining this guy.
Oh, that's exciting.
I think I only get the +1 because I'm not specialized in anything other.
No, you're a combat psychic. You get +1 to all psychokinesis check.
Yeah, I said other than
Oh,
that +1. I'm not. Like, I don't have actually specialized anything else.
Okay.
What?
I'm checking to see if this is an opposed.
No, it doesn't say.
No, it's not.
Well, it's just an average. So speed's reduced by 50% and he takes a -2 step penalty on any physical skill check.
And he can't aim, charge, or dodge. That's huge. He's no longer dodging.
I was gonna
Nice,
try and
nice,
push
nice,
it,
nice,
but
nice.
I was like, any success with this guy, good success.
Okay, so that was 3 impulse action.
And then now we each get to try and free ourselves from the chore wheel.
Yeah, Daga, this is your
I
moment.
feel like I should get at least a week for this. I'm holding him still for y'all.
Alright, so he's not dodging anymore.
That's
You
correct.
may make a claim in the committee.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take that 2-meter shift back so that I am now at medium range. Which doesn't affect me. I'm gonna aim.
My boss, my beautiful boss.
So it's a +2 natural, +2 aim, -2 to shoot him with both. It flattens out at a +2. Got it. That's a stellar.
Rip.
So he's gonna take 12 twice, 12 twice, and I'm going to immediately follow up with a +1 to do it again.
Okay,
With
pause.
no
He's
impulse
going to
power.
return fire. But I need to figure out the damage here. Okay, he's got 3 energy armor, so that's 9 twice, so that's 2 more light wounds. He is now out of light wounds. Alright, and then he's going to return fire.
Are there negatives to his attacks with that restraint?
Yes, all physical actions get a -2.
Okay.
So he's down to a +1. Yeah. Alright, that is a... You got him with the stellar, he's going to clap you back with the stellar.
Here's where I die.
Alright. Oof, 14 damage twice.
So 11 twice, so that's 2 serious wounds. I don't have 2 serious wounds. That is 1 serious wound and 1 critical wound.
Yikes.
Oof. It's time I get to that.
So now I'm at a -3 from what my +1 was, so I'm at a -2. I don't give a fuck, I'm shooting him again.
Yeah.
That's an
Dagger,
average.
no chores.
That's an
He doesn't
average.
even- He doesn't even live on the Involucre.
So that is 3 and 3. He takes it on the armor.
Yeah, he takes it on the armor.
But I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna be back here. Doc.
Okay.
Doc Holiday. Tell my wife I love her.
Is that 4 impulse? Or 3?
Correct.
Which one?
4 impulse, correct.
Got it. Razik, you're up.
As much as I would like to deal with a robot right now, I feel like Dag's in a little bit more of a critical situation. So, if I were to use First Responder, it's 10 meters. Each square is 2 meters, so that would be 5 square. I can't quite reach Dag, so I'll have to do a move first. So, I will do a move first. Do I need to roll when I move in 0G? Do I need to roll anything?
You can jump across wide gaps with a strong push-off. Essentially, you're ballistic. You automatically move a number of meters equal to half your speed at the end of each impulse. So, you can actually just declare you're moving, and you can move 5 squares in a straight line per impulse. As long as you can push off of something, which you can.
I want to move there, 5 squares.
Alright, that's 1 impulse. Move.
Oops, I did 2.
Okay, I post, you're up.
I put my hands back on my gun.
Okay.
He is unmarked, so I get a free aim. The
Yep.
gun I was holding was my high-powered laser rifle, which means this is going to be 5 impulses. 1, 2, 3 plus 3. Finally, some good fucking rolls. That's a stellar. $12 energy, AP3 twice.
AP3, 12 twice.
Is he still flinching?
He starts swearing because you just did 2 moderate wounds.
I hate roaches, and I always overspray with raid. I spend a hero point to do it again.
I'll
I lose
fucking
that.
do it again.
I lose that aim though, so I'm gonna. There we go.
Yeah.
So this time instead of a plus. Wait, do I have accurate on this? No, I don't, because I chose concealable. Okay, so it should be a +2. That's a 22. That's a stellar.
Ooh, that looks like it's gonna hurt.
17 energy, AP3 twice.
Oh!
17? Fucking rude.
So that's 6 impulses.
Yes, that is 2 critical wounds.
I shout, I'm gonna win!
Okay. The first time he takes a critical wound, he gets an immediate 1 impulse reaction to make a resilience check to reduce his wound check penalty. So let me adjust him down to 11.
I mean, he still took 2 of them.
Right. I mean, wound penalties, it doesn't matter how many wounds you have.
Yeah.
So he's going to make that resilience check. He does have a -3. And we'll see how it happens. Wow! Poor guy. He needed a 12. So,
Eat my shorts!
yeah. So his wound penalties are still in effect.
Irene likes me better.
He's big fucked up. Okay, so that was a 5, 6 impulse, 7 impulse?
6. I didn't have to aim because I marked him for hitting Elise.
Okay. The robot is going to try to shoot you again.
Yeah, don't touch my friends.
God help this robot, he's trying.
I just totally ignoring him. He's a chair
missed.
at this point.
Alright, Razik, you're up.
Okay, Jacob.
That's
If I want to do the 10-meter movement and heal, and I just don't want to go into this square here,
Alright.
can I given G and whatnot?
You don't want to be ballistic, right? To move, you just need to make an acrobatics check with a +3 step.
Which me is +4.
Yeah.
Acrobatic? No, still not enough. What happened?
On a failure, you're slowed, so you can do half speed.
Perfectly fine for what I want to do. So I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna heal Dag using my first responder feat or talent. Perfect. So you're at a critical, right, Dag?
Correct.
Let me open the chart again. I didn't have it open, which is my bad. I have so many things. Okay, there we go. Straight to skills. And then medicine. Perfect. So then, if we're doing battlefield medicine, treat wound as a complex skill, blah blah blah. Every time you do it, you tally successes. Number of success clears a wound depending on medical gear and surgery. Before you begin treatment, blah blah blah. And then we go down to the box. Okay, I have a med pack. I want to do a critical. I need 6 successes with -2 step each time.
You get a +1 for treating any wounds on Dag.
Perfect. So that would be a -1 total so far. Medicine +1, first or treatment, or first aid, whichever, +1. And then emergency treatment.
No, you're not doing emergency.
No,
Are you
not
doing
that.
not emergency surgery? No, you're just doing.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Medic +1 medicine combat. So plus in total I have +3 natural with the -1 total we just calculated. That's +2 total. That's for the critic.
Yes, and you need 6 successes.
Perfect. That is 2 successes for 2 inputs. And then I'm gonna spend 1 hero point to do a 1 impulse, do it again. That's 3 successes. Oh! No, that's for surgery, I'm fairly certain. I'll double check after, but that's for surgery. Never mind for that. And finally, just because I want that critical gone, I don't want it to save after this combat, I'll spend my last hero point to get rid of it.
Okay.
By doing it again, and so dagger critical is cleared.
Nice.
That was a total of 4 impulse, Jacob.
Yeah. Alicia, you're up.
So fun thing, I get a +1 step restraining creature I'm already restraining. So guess who's gonna restrain him even more?
Really?
Surprised Alicia isn't trying to get out of chores.
It's on page 266.
Oh, why is that line there? That's frustrating.
That's a stellar. So he's immobilized, and I could shove him 10 meters away from me. Does that break the grapple?
Yes, you are no longer grappled.
Sweet. So 10 meters, huh? Move this. Yeah, I'm gonna shove him here.
So Elisi, you stare at him, and then his fingers pop off of your neck, and you just gesture with your head, and he goes flying across the room.
Yes.
Oh, damn it. Dag is gonna get it. Should I spend another hero point? I'm not going to.
Zag is cured of his critical wound, so...
Alright, that was 3 impulse action?
It'd just be really good if he's like, no chores, and we're like, oh, you don't even go here.
So, yeah, and he's immobilized, so enjoy that, Dag.
Alright, so rehash for me. Critical wound is gone. Serious wound is still there.
Yes.
And I am distracted?
Yes. But that doesn't affect
that
your
only-
roll. Yeah.
Right. That only means that they get a +1 to hit me. And I can't move because I'm currently being treated, but I don't really give a shit, because Razik is a meter up in the air. I can shoot under him.
Yep. Oh, now we can actually see the +1 meter, I don't need the wings. The +1 meter was in the wall, so I put the wings on.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him. So I get a +2. I get a -2 because of wounds. He is immobilized. What does that give me?
I don't think it gives you anything. He just literally can't do anything. I just checked. There's no actual immobilized condition. It just means he can't move. Yeah.
I thought he was unable to dodge, though.
Yes.
Part
You
of
can't
that.
dodge. You take no actions. Yeah. Again, unfortunately, immobilize isn't in the fucking book as a thing.
Yeah.
But it uses the term immobilized for restrain.
Your puppy ass over here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say,
So
like, he just. What did he,
There's a lot happening right now, huh?
can you close the curtain that you opened?
okay.
What do you mean, why?
+2 to hit, -2 wound. Nothing extra to hit him with. I'm gonna take the flat roll, because I think I'm gonna tack an evade onto mine. Because he do be a shooty boy, and he probably is going to try to shoot me back when I shoot him.
Yep.
He might
So-
try to shoot me based on the
Well, right now he can't shoot.
audacity. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he can't shoot at all.
He's been psychically frozen.
Okay, well then fuck
And
it. I don't need
moved
to.
into the middle of the room to make a nice
Yeah.
yada.
Yeah, he's literally just
Yeah,
floating. You know, and just
okay.
like.
So I don't need to take a dodge. I'll go ahead and take the aim to put myself at a +2.
Okay.
That is a stellar.
Okay.
God damn it. Dad's gonna get the no chores.
So he's gonna take 12 twice, 11 twice.
Okay, 12 twice is 2. Oh, wait, no, wait. Is 2 moderate wounds. So that's the last of his moderate wounds. And then 11 twice is
Okay.
2 serious wounds.
Okay, he's still standing.
Yes, he's a boss. He has
Cool.
a fuck ton of hit
I'm gonna
points.
take my 0 impulse follow-up attack at a -1, so that's a +1. That's a stellar. So he's gonna take 12 twice and 9 twice.
Okay. Yeah, he might be dead. Keyword might be.
I freaking hope so, because I think he took enough wounds for this entire party, minus Caddy would be dead.
Okay, so that's 2 serious wounds, so he's now out of serious wounds. And then it's 2 more wounds. So that's his last critical, and then he's dead. You killed him exactly. Yeah. Yeah, bosses have 12 hit boxes. Wound boxes.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Initiative.
He would have final words, but he's psychically frozen, so he's just dead.
Sorry. That was my Wicked Witch of the West laugh.
Oh, it was very fit. Well, I love being a psychic.
Okay. So Dag, how many impulses was that?
Just 4, because it was an attack with an aim.
Okay. Well, the robot is going to try to shoot Hypoist. Okay. Zeke, you're up.
Don't worry
Treating since
about
we're
it.
still in combat. So now we're moving down to serious. I only need 3 successes, and I got no minuses. We were already at +2, so now we're at +4.
Let's just keep this robot alive.
No.
Okay, I'll kill him.
15 is a stellar, so one of your serious is gone, Dag.
So my only serious. Got it.
Perfect.
Cool. Thank you.
All your wounds this combat are from this combat, right, Vegas?
Every single one is from this combat. Yep.
Okay, so as long as I can keep working down for now, but the robot might not live that long.
Okay, so that was 2 impulse?
Yep, because medic are OP.
Alright. Elisa, you're up.
Okay, I dropped my side blades. Could I just pick them up and throw them right now?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was like a 1 impulse to pick them up.
No, you don't even have to pick them up if you're psychically throwing them. You just gotta...
Oh, okay, so I basically just psychically activate them.
Yeah, just
and
turn them on
throw
and,
them on the
and
ground.
psychically hurl them, and then they come back to your hand.
Not 1, but yes. I only throw the 1.
Yeah.
He's not dodging or anything?
No. No, it's just been sitting there, like,
Okay,
hand on Hypoist and can't hit him.
Oh, that's a stellar.
Oh, good. Robot can die now.
I'm
Yeah.
so glad you didn't
15
kill me
energy.
with it.
15 energy, AP, all the things. Okay, he's quite deceased.
Oh no, the upper half of his body goes floating and me with me.
Yeah.
I mean, I can always grab you out of the air. I did throw Sadat across the room.
I'll just like turn the mag boots on so they attach to the nearest surface and just fuck up my knees.
Okay,
Then I'll
combat's
feel
over.
like shaken.
Hey.
Last combat's over, that means that every wound's now lock in aside from grazes.
I didn't take any.
I took a light wound, so I'm
This
okay.
is the first time.
All right, so as the commotion calms down, the camera lingers on Sadat's body as it spins, like, you know, globs of blood pooling out of multiple wounds.
You know, I don't think a single one of those was a side blade wound, was it?
No, in fact,
They're all Dag.
it's Dag just riddled him with holes. So he's probably not
That's
bleeding,
enough.
actually. It's all cauterized because it was laser pistols.
That's
least-
amazing. Normally, Lisi does that. What's up?
Could you grab his weaponry? I think Dag deserves a consolation prize.
Yeah.
Well, I
just
guess first
psychically pull it
prize.
down.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll get his weapons.
So the pistol he has is aesthetically unique. It's a hand-built pistol. Mechanically, it is a high-powered laser pistol with a laser sight. And I believe laser sight is +1 step to hit if they're not evading.
close range, not dodge.
Yeah, and if it's close range and they're not dodging.
So, question.
Answer.
With my genetic modifications,
Yes.
does medium range count as close range for those purposes?
No.
Okay. It was worth a shot.
Yeah. Yeah, it was worth asking.
Did one of us have contact with I forgot her name, or Alistair to let it know we got him?
Ara. I mean, Dag has her comm frequency.
Yeah, just keep the door closed, okay?
Yeah, we should probably contact Ara or Alistair just to make sure that we can skedaddle right now. If not, we should keep doing commotion so that they can skedaddle.
Okay. Elise, you hear your
Yeah.
brother's voice in your head say, "We're good."
Okay, well, I get that and I just go, I nod to nothing and go, they're fine.
Well, I believe we did what we came here to do. We should probably leave. And Dag, I believe, do you want to get your explosives back, or are we leaving a gift?
Oh, I was absolutely planning on just setting those off as we left.
Well, Dag, as a member of the Rosespire militia, you may not want to do that. The four
We
of you
want
have
this
control of the engine room, and if you guys can get a ship over here, you can just take the Brigand.
And I believe that Pharaoh wanted it,
Yes,
if
she
possible.
Yeah, I was just gonna kind of like start switching the breakers back on. The ones we didn't destroy.
All right, so
did. I can try to
Dag's
fix them. I actually do have points in repair.
let's
And Dag's just kind of looking at all the consoles he destroyed like, oh, well, I didn't think that out very well.
I'll try to fix them. And I just go over there and start fiddling, trying to fix them.
All right, so cue a montage of the Rosespire militia gaining control of the Brigand. Everybody gets a hero point.
That was satisfying. That was a satisfying boss battle where we destroyed a lot of your stuff.
Yeah. He got to do some damage.
I'm so glad that there were only 2 of those robots.
Yeah,
I was like, man, if there had been more of those, the odds would have not been in our favor, because I'm pretty sure these moves would stun.
yeah.
Imagine if there was 77 of them. Like, like the previous combat that happened.
71.
Yeah, we have to move up in increments. It'd be 72 this time.
Yeah. There could have been a lot. They weren't very powerful stat blocks, but they would have been annoying. Yeah.
Yeah. And, the only thing that really gets us is stuns and explosives.
Well, I mean,
You should not take note of that. You should completely ignore this information and keep
all right.
sending us.
I think we're gonna go ahead and go to break a little early, just because this is a natural stopping point. So we are going to go to break, and we'll be back 10 after, for another hour 50 minutes of Dire Roll Lost Horizon. Back at last. Stick around.
Mascot.
All right, everybody, we're back.
I ate spicy food and now my nose is runny.
That's okay. I ate a pear. I chopped up a pear, but it's like barely ripe, so it's really tough. And I wore out my jaw chewing the fucking thing. So, yeah.
If you want, we can take the other
Coulda
2 out of the
poached it.
fridge and rip them up.
Yeah, we should take him out of the fridge and let him
Get
him
soft.
get juicy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I
So,
like them big. I like
I
them
like 'em.
juicy.
I have the next adventure ready, but I don't want to start it until you guys are good and ready. So, what do you guys want to do now that you guys have killed Sadat Sadar and the Brigand is now in control of your allies?
I mean,
Well, I think Alicia would talk to her brother and just be like, I'm gonna stick with these guys even though they're not quite your cup of tea. They suit me. If you wish to stay here, I accept that. But I do want you to at least maintain contact with me so I
Yeah,
know you're not dead.
I feel like now that we know where he is, that helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alistair's gonna be say, yeah, I think I'm gonna hang out with the Rose Spire militia until the war's over at least.
We're still waiting to kind of receive a mission from our Saldrin contact.
Well, remember he's been feeding y'all intel the last 3 months,
Okay.
and you've just been giving that to the Rose Spire militia.
Yeah. So the only thing I could think of other than that is like see if there is some way we could use the resources of the Rose Spire militia to establish a positive conclusion to the issue of Razik's marriage. Is that the best way to phrase that? I just feel like
I imagine you're in a
Alright.
position where you're looking for a militia group to solve your marital problems. Go ahead, Vegas.
You're using some excuse me. Wow, that it took a moment there. You're I think what you're trying to say is Razik's wife needs to not be Razik's wife anymore.
no.
Oh.
Politically, there's just so the reason he can't go home right now is because there was he was framed for something.
Oh. My bad, Doc. I thought I was picking up some
From what I can tell, he still very much loves his scary wife.
I love her with all my heart. We just needed a little space.
Get it? We're in space. Now that the group that was trying to bomb her is gone, I think that's gonna earn us some good boy points and hopefully get Razik out of the birdhouse. But we I just can't believe I said it. I couldn't say doghouse. That feels like an insult to Elise.
It's fucked up. It's fucked up.
But the birdhouse is your house.
Birdhouse, where his Rishins go.
Anyway.
I've been married too long. That's exactly what I was thinking.
This is too good.
Oh, it's gonna be back. Y'all, I have a Fandango gift card. Talk about not needing that after 2020.
Wait, like the order your movie tickets online Fandango with the commercials with the paper bag puppets?
I don't know. I don't watch commercials.
Yeah, same.
But yeah,
Wow.
look,
Take that, advertising majors.
yeah, Fandango.
You could always sell it on the internet as like an antique.
As an antique.
Yeah, like
Like, wanna
floppy
grab my
disks.
Wait.
and VHS.
Wanna grab my Pokemon
you-
cards?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you sell it as a bundle with an expired Blockbuster membership card?
Yeah, now
I still
you're cooking
want
with
that
gas.
exist. The last
Um,
blockbuster. Their
the
Twitter's
last
alarm.
I should visit the last Blockbuster. You know, later.
No, let's go.
So that said, really, okay. I guess this is a conversation to have with Razik, right? What do you feel like is getting in the way of a happy reunion with your wife, like returning home or like, you don't want to ruin her political career so that she'll come RV
By
across the
being
country
there.
with you. Well, I mean like his happy resolution in Rizik's mind so far has been like, oh well, if my wife would come help me establish these like clinics, that would be cool. And she's like, I'm not giving up my career to RV across the country with you and your friends.
Yeah.
That guy
Well-
looks like a stoner. And I'd be like, hey.
I just want to point out that Rizik legit, when he says he's the best surgeon
Hey, you
ever,
want to hold my spirit stick?
Rizik
Try
believes he's the best
green
surgeon.
rations, man. Those are the best.
We're going to the rainbow gathering.
Let him talk. Let him talk.
Okay. Sorry, new guy.
I was gonna say Rizik believes he's the best doctor or best surgeon around in the entire Fire Expense, and yet at home he's still the trophy husband.
He's the best
Like-
around. Yeah, so then like the compromise there would be him being able to go back and see his wife without being a target. And to no long and like if he is traveling around establishing clinics, he's doing so in a way that is not embarrassing her because he's not a refugee. He's not, or rather he's not an outlaw on the run for the thing he's framed for. So I just feel like while we're here with a group that has political connections and is semi-competent, especially compared to us, I would even dare say they are competent. I know, daring. With that in mind, I just feel like we should take advantage of where we are and consider if there might be something we can do there. And we do have this contact with the Saldrin, and since the Saldrin are the reason you're being chased down anyway, like maybe we can give a little extra back scratching for a little extra back scratching for us.
So Hypo's is mistaken. I don't know if that's if Rizik is going to correct him, but that you're not a wanted man.
Not exactly. So
Right.
the correction that Rizik would point out, and West elaborates on these points with Rizik present. Rizik would point out that he left on simply because he lost his license and he was done with the whole.
You lost your license?
Over there. I still have my license here.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's on this orange card stock.
It's written in
This is
crayon.
just-
It
no.
says I can do whatever I want.
It comes from a online university. That's out certificates. Anyway, so he left on his own accord and was kind of cross with the whole government part. So he's not exactly wanted, but now the problem that he faces is that he knows for a fact that his name has been plastered all around the space internet regarding a bunch of incidents that may or may not be seen as terrorist acts. Such as, just to name one random out of like many, y'all disappearing.
Disappearing's a nice word for it. Also, really brief aside, I was watching The Iron Giant and there's that clip where he shoots the gun and the thing just kind of goes like yoop and disappears. I was like, oh, it's the Ted Pee-Pee. Sorry, continue.
But yeah, so now at this point, Rizik believes that his wife might be a little bit more cross with him now that his name is being plastered over all these events. So to modify your plan a little, the fact that now we're dismantling a terrorist organization, we started dismantling the I forgot their name already, but the ones that had the brigand.
The Common Revolution.
The common
Revolution.
You know those dead bitches? Who remembers them?
The people who tried to kill your wife.
And
That's
that
true.
they were the ones that were attempting to bomb the summit, and we know about it. Like we have facts and proofs and whatnot.
Yeah,
We got receipts.
we just war crimed their leader, but that's fine. There's no Space Geneva, so there's no Space Geneva Convention.
War crimes are relative.
So we might not want to say that we did war crimes on a
I can't
on an old
believe
people.
I can't believe, but I can believe that we've become moral relativists.
You know, Ollie Rant has a way you can save quotes, and now I wish I had that so we can save the quote "War crimes are relative." I feel like that's a good first quote.
You
For the
also could have
entire
saved that I prescribe sleep.
Yes.
I'm still designing a t-shirt for that. I fully intend to get them printed before I see you guys.
Nice.
But yeah,
That said,
now if Razik would like to be that our actions be painted in a better light, so that when he comes back home, because it's eventually his goal to return home, as you pointed out, he still loves his wife. That it would not be a career suicide for his wife to embrace him back and be like, "Oh, welcome home. No consequences to whatever you've done." You know.
So Razik wants to be on the side of the angels.
Well, that was his goal originally, but
okay,
then
so
things
it does
derailed,
feel
right?
kind of late for that. um, no, really.
That ship, it
I
has sailed.
Yep.
We're blast off.
Team Rocket.
I'm not sure how feasible that one is.
You can leave that to me. I think as a another point that we could use the resources we have access to right now would be to ensure that our little contact who we've been helping is actually sticking to his guns and not overreaching. Because one of the things that we wanted or we agreed to is that he stayed in that little quadrant and didn't, you know,
I
go
just
over.
wish there was some way we could make it that, like, the thing is, right? If we can make it look like you're massively responsible for ending the war between the Saldrosi Empire and the Sphere Mandate, we can kind of treat you like a oh, what's his face? I've just blanked on a name. But we can ignore all of your heinous acts against humanity. Churchill. We can give you the Churchill treatment and just make you a hero, and everyone will forget about Kenya.
Or in this case, y'all.
Y'all,
Yeah.
Face Vegas is making.
I mean, I don't want to.
Be Churchill? Why not?
Well,
We
take
already
all
had
the credit.
We already had sexy Stalin. You know, we're due for
Yeah.
a Churchill.
We're due for a hot avian Churchill.
Oh, Lord.
But in the morning, I shall be space sober.
Gosh, I hope there aren't hangovers in space. That's another quote.
We need to start writing these down so I can get a quote thing going.
Let me just type that in the Discord.
Done. Saved. All right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all ears. We can pass the spirit stick around. Anyone has ideas on like what our move is next? I don't know if Dag knows if the militia needs any extra hands.
I was gonna say, like, the militia seems to align a lot with the crew's general goal of removing the oppressive government and whatnot. So yeah, sure, I'm fairly certain they would have tasks that we could help around with.
Okay. Well, from a narrative meta kind of set, you guys currently have been feeding the intel and they've been acting on it, and that's been working.
Yeah,
So
because they're better at this than we are.
right. However, if you guys are looking for something to do on behalf of the Rosefire Militia, then perhaps we should take a few days to heal any lingering wounds. Who's got wounds?
At least he
had
has a light.
Yeah, I had a
All
light.
right. Well, light winds go away at the end of the day, and we have
I've got a moderate.
we have one moderate. Okay. It's been a while since I flipped through this book, so I'm kind of reacclimating to it. There we go. Recovery. A moderate wound is converted to a light wound after 1 day of rest if you succeed a resilience check. So, Razik, would you like to treat the wounded so he can get bonuses to said resilience check?
I can suck it. No, it's a joke. I will. Well, a success, but it's only one.
Okay, so you get a +1 step to your resilience check.
I'm gonna double check real quick because
You're a mutie.
I'm a mutie. Da, 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 da. Nope, okay. No bonuses there. Alright, so this is a resilience check, we said? Yeah, that.
Yeah, and you get a +1 step.
Okay, well, good. I succeed on a 17.
Oh.
Yeah, endurance was my dump stat. I built glass cannon.
Yes,
Boy.
you did.
Vitality was
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, vitality.
So how many
Mine
days?
too.
Let's do a full week of time pass. So you guys want to repeat that process until the moderate wounds healed, or you do it 7 times?
Okay.
Razik first, and plus
Plus
3
3.
step.
Yep, that's still a 10. Plus
+2 steps. Yep, +2.
you. That got worse.
+1.
Yep, still an 8.
+2.
It's still a 10.
Come on, dude. +1.
Oh, we're getting closer. That's a 15.
How many more do we have?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more.
All right, this one's
+1.
+1. Here we go. This is it.
Yeah, nope.
Hey,
Nope.
Dag has fucking regenerative tissue, and he's just like, oh, I can't heal this slight injury.
To be fair, no, we both rolled like shit.
Okay.
Yeah,
Were
make
you
that make
taking-
sense.
Razik, were you taking an extra +1 on each of those rolls you were making for me? Not that it matters now, but
Yeah, it's a bit moot.
No, actually, I forgot about your +1 regenerative that it
That's
gives
fine.
me.
whatever. I'm not stressing it.
Wait, no, they don't want to matter.
Were y'all making use of your
Dice? Were you rolling dice?
I mean, I was gonna say the fact that we probably have like the analgesic spray.
Oh, I wasn't even taking into account my -1 for having a moderate wound. So
Well, then I guess you had analgesic spray.
Yeah, just a constant dose. Okay.
Rip.
So 7 days pass.
We rolled the
It's
best.
been 1 week. Sorry.
Dag.
Spiggity spacey, the spacefaring chicken.
Yeah, baby.
What the fuck just happened?
How? Do you not know that one?
Bare naked ladies 1 week.
How do you not know? I thought you were
Oh,
old,
wow.
Jagan.
I mean, I've probably heard it
Wow.
before. I'm not a Bare Naked Ladies fan. I mean, the band.
I'm sure
I like.
you are.
Hold on. Something else for the quote machine. Jacob, I'm not a fan of bare naked ladies.
Dag.
Oh, Bex got it.
Dag has been alerted to a possible security threat. However, upon there are two individuals knocking at the door of the Overland Manor, and they are requesting crew of the Involuker. So Dag, you go and retrieve the crew of the Involuker, and then bring them into the security room. Razik, Alicia, and I post, you see the camera feed from the front of the Overland Manor, and you see a pair of individuals. The first is a 2-meter tall sim droid who has kind of rusted bronze shell, for lack of a better term, wearing a black leather jacket, jeans, and combat boots. And with him is a average build Albish man, wearing like outdoorsy type equipment. They're both strapped with weapons.
I don't recognize them based off description.
Anybody else?
I have a strong suspicion that it's
I
our
can't remember
friend.
their names.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I remember having met roughly those descriptions, but I'm like, names.
Well, one got shot off into space,
it-
and we saved his AI inside a drive.
Wesh and Doc.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I was trying to remember what.
Notes page, people.
Yeah. The glorious return of Doc, and guess who's not here?
Yep.
Oh.
Can we get F in chat?
Whose fault is that?
Alright, so you guys want to
Jacob.
go out and meet them?
Yeah. I look wildly different too, so it's gonna be fun.
Okay. So you guys come out to the front door of the front gate of the manor, and Wesh kind of has like a finally. There you guys are. It's been hard tracking you guys down.
We do that on purpose.
Sorry. Doc raises his metallic hand and goes, "Sup?"
Hey. Wish it was under better circumstances, but I'm happy to see you again.
Oh, yeah, about that. So, I'm sure you guys are really cool. Wesh told me a whole lot, but my memory was backed up before I met you guys, so I don't know who you are, but I hear you're awesome.
Ah, thanks. Yeah, I'm always running out of space on the cloud.
Oh, yeah, Simjoy jokes. Nice.
We're gonna get along. Yeah, so is there any particular burr in your saddle, or can y'all hang out? Picked that one up from our new friend to your dad.
Wesh goes, well, I mean, I didn't escape our Saldrosi overlords on Nikipi just to, invite y'all to lunch.
No, I figured it was please don't reference 50 First Dates in the chat.
What, you mean the only Adam Sandler movie that's worth a watch?
Like,
You take that back right now.
we've said so many things about Adam Sandler
No,
lately,
go
and
ahead.
really
Go ahead.
hasn't earned it.
Name a better Adam Sandler movie.
Personally, I like Happy Gilmore.
Well, you're wrong.
Happy Gilmore is one of my favorites.
I still think Uncut Gems was better because he's not trying to be funny.
Vegas just fucking dropped the call.
Anyway. No, I figured Wesh, it was kind of a it was a way for me to open the door to the conversation and guide you through.
Well, consider me guided. Listen, I've come with some information. I'm wondering if we can, go back to the good old days of just kicking in doors and killing shit.
Should have been here. We just did that.
You want to do it again?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling fighting
Yes,
fit.
please.
Dag, are you? Okay, Dag's feeling fighting fit. You mind
And
if
Doc
he comes
goes-
along?
Wesh is like, yeah, sure, whatever. and Doc says, all right, well, while Wesh brings you up to speed on, like, you know, the bad guys doing bad stuff, do you guys got like a surround sound
What?
entertainment system kind of situation? Because I got some tunes I want to put on.
I am definitely willing to
Bubble
pass
Step
you the
returns.
space aux cord. Um, but you better not play anything lame. Dag, do you know where the plug-in is in here, or should I?
Well, I don't know what you consider lame is,
We,
but I got the latest bubble step.
Yeah, no, we absolutely upgraded. We don't use the space aux cords anymore. We've got blue dwarf tooth.
And somewhere in the universe, Irene just stops in her track and goes like, "I'm missing something amazing right now." Fuck!
Irene's just there, like, is someone talking about me?
My ears are burning.
They usually are. Never mind.
Listen, I don't know. I think, you know, since I got a new body and my personality matrix got backed up, I went ahead and taught myself a new skill. Do you guys got a drum set? No? Okay, well, I'll just look around.
Just use some pencils and a table. That's what every other drummer does.
He's a drummer too?
Yeah.
So Vegas
Rocks
is
fall,
cool.
Dag dies, Irene comes
Irene
back.
comes back.
Yeah, literally, a escape pod just lands in the yard and Irene bursts out like Master Chief.
Now just use pencils and drum on anything.
I'm gonna take that as an invitation to do that.
Every drummer does.
So you guys come inside and Wesh says, alright, well, I rebuilt Doc. Anyway, business. So, I've been hearing that you guys were hanging out with these guys. It's obviously true. So, I've been working with some people back on the Kippy to try to undermine the Saljosi Empire. And since, you know, me and my friends were all really smart scientist people, I was able to get access to some sensitive information. And the moment I had it verified, I booted Doc back up, and using his combat protocols, we busted out of there.
I'm so proud of you.
Thanks. Anyway. Do you guys know what the blue gaze is?
I thought that was a bubble step group. Irene mentioned it maybe once or twice.
They're not bubble step. That is Exalvi shoegaze music.
Oh,
They
is
call
it
it
spelled
Bluegaze.
G-A-Y?
Okay, but
No, G-A-Z-E.
no, guy, no. The blue gaze is
Isn't
a
that sort of space illness? I might have read it in one of my biological books.
Oh, like B-L-O. Okay.
Maybe.
So is there like an illness? It's a plague?
in a manner of speaking, yeah. So the Saldrosi Empire has a
Plague is
clandestine
misinformation. Sorry.
operation
To interrupt as well.
operating in the Wild Cluster for at least the last 5 years. They call themselves the Blue Gaze.
Oh, it's the CIA. SEE.
What? No. Oh, were you thinking it was the Blue Gaze?
That was the first joke, yeah. We keep adding more stuff.
Alright, well, we'll be back in 28 days.
This is the Wikipedia article for this.
The blue gaze. There's a place I could sit down. This is harder than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Dag will just like stand up from the chair he's sitting on backwards, like Commander Riker style.
Mm-hmm.
And of course he dismounts also Commander Riker style with the leg over.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And then just like fling the chair across the floor so that it like skids to a halt right in front of him.
He's incredibly nimble.
Yeah. Wesh is like, okay. And he sits down. So the blue gaze have been destabilizing governments in the wild expanse in preparation for the inevitable Sajosi Empire invasion. Now that the invasion is underway, the Blue Gaze is operating as a special operator hit squad and saboteur group. They're going around the Wild Cluster, operating under the radar, doing the dirty work of the Sajosi Empire, and the Wild Cluster suffering for it. I intercepted high-level intelligence that allowed me to pinpoint the Blue Gaze base of operations within the Wild Cluster. It's in the caste system, and I think a small group of dangerous hombres such as us go in and wipe it out.
So, just point of order. We don't use the term bad hombres here. It's diminutive and
God damn it, Caddy! God fucking damn it!
For the audio, I just said the team of Blue Gaze members is Teal Team 6.
Hey, we'll see you next week. Jaken's broken.
That's way funnier than has any right to be. Yes, Wesh wants you to go kill Teal Team 6. Dag was saying?
Just that we don't actually use the term bad hombres. It's discriminatory and inflammatory.
Oh, I thought Wesh was like reclaiming it.
Like, you can't.
It's not his phrase to reclaim. I get it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, on the Kippy, it's neither of those things. So my bad.
Yeah, no, that's like why we didn't immediately cancel you, because like you didn't understand.
Yeah.
Is Dag for real?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Like there's a glint in his non-existent milky white eyes.
Okay.
They still exist. They're just milky white.
Yeah.
Wow. Never mind. I'm not saying it there.
Help me.
Anyway, it sounds like we have a productive discussion about the whereabouts of Teal Team 6. I'm gonna make another round of t-shirts. I've already done D&D OSHA posters. I feel like this is just the next step.
Now it's time for Teal Team 6.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta jump on that before someone steals it. Yeah. Okay. So, what do you guys say? You guys want to go kill some Saladrin?
Yeah. So, okay.
And then right then, the Manor's sound system just starts bombarding you with bubble step, and then in another room, this faint shout, "Found it!"
Hypoes starts typing in a group chat. Just kind of explaining the basics of the situation we're in with the Saldrin and how I think this will be a really dope way to not make good on our promises at all. He's for it. He's just catching Wesh up.
Gotcha. Okay, once Dag fumbles around until he finds the way to turn off the sound system, or at least turn it down in the room they're in. And then, yeah. Wesh is like, okay, so, where's Irene?
Hypoes goes, and then he like pushes his chair back. It's like, good night, and walks out.
Oh shit.
She's not dead. She gave up her freedom and returned to her people in exchange for our freedom.
Damn.
Yeah.
You guys have
And,
captured a lot.
Yeah.
And we're hoping to meet up
We're
with Irene.
Yes, we're
Eventually
hoping
again.
we can meet together again.
And if anybody can drive them crazy enough to release her again, it's Irene.
In the meantime, our new friend Dag is very capable and always willing to kill Saldrin.
I ain't ever met a Saldrin that I didn't want to kill.
You know, I didn't meet any Saldrin until they took over my planet, and I'm right there with you. I mean, not to be like speciesist, but fuck them. You know what I mean?
High five.
See, and I also do it. This is exactly how I felt when I took out the Starkeepers.
You'll just do like a little triangle of high fives. While Razik's over there, like, I saw a space spider.
If space spiders exist, Rizik would not be anywhere. Would just be in a fucking metal box.
Okay, so he pulls up his tablet
Lizzie.
and he
Arachnophobe.
creates an opaque holograph of the fire expanse, and we are going to learn a bit. First, I'm going to configure permission so that everyone's an observer and saves the changes.
Was Dag aware of the Irene situation? Did we ever explain that to him?
I don't think so.
So he's sitting there like, wait, guys, what?
No, he doesn't care.
Right, so
There.
quickly, let's look at the map, right? You guys are in the Lolau system, I believe? Question mark.
So yes.
Yes, you're on the planet Aribium. And the base is in the caste system, which is here. On the planet Zuanos. So the information listed in this here journal, I will go ahead and read out. Because basically, you guys will be researching it, and Wesh will be covering it. Zuanos was a thriving world after the regression. The Empyrean terraforming held in and had an abundance of natural resources. Despite this, its pre-regression history is that of failure. The original Empyrean colony was abandoned. No one knows why anymore, but they do know that the colony left in the ruins is the origin of the Source. The Source is a psionic phenomenon that radiates out from the ruins, granting scenes of the future, past, and present to random psychics across the world. The closer to the ruins, the stronger the Source's effect. The Source projects its effects at random intervals, sometimes letting years go by between manifestations. Because of the ability of the Source to give psionics premonitions of the future, many self-described prophets have elevated the phenomenon to an act of divine power. As such, dozens of religions have grown out of the effects of the Source, and none of them can tolerate one another. The world is locked in a holy war for control of the ruins, for the greatest access to the Source, and thus the strongest access to the supposed divine power.
That explains why the Saldrin want it.
Zuanos is the caste system has a shit ton of planets in it, and Zuanos is the 9th planet, 12 AU from the star. And on this planet, there is the Blue Gaze base of operations. Yes.
I just wanted to say, I love how you'll be like, this system has so many planets in it, as if you didn't make it.
Can I not be excited about my own work?
No, that's fine. You just sound mad about it. It's like that was on you.
You did that. You did that.
You're like, God, why are there so many children running around? It's like, they're yours. Anyway, love it. Very cool. I can't wait to hear nothing.
Correct.
I'm honestly actually pretty excited about it because it means I get to flex my like, haha, you can't do anything to me. I'm a meat shield.
Meat popsicle.
Feels great. Nothing goes over my head. I am too fast and I would catch it.
Do you sometimes move so slowly that you become invisible?
Yes, but only to like radars and stuff. That's not how stealth technology works.
It's true. So
Anyway,
Wesh says, yeah, so I've got its longitude and latitude. I don't know what kind of defenses we're going into. The Blue Gaze, I mean, we could probably expect a dozen or more operatives. Questions, comments, concerns?
let me just.
If you're gonna fight Saldrin, do you or Doc know how to use these? And I pull out the vibroblades because no one will fucking take them. I still have like 4 of them.
He draws his flechette pistol and goes, I just shoot him.
Excellent.
I do have a vibro blade, so I'm already covered there, but
Excellent.
Do we know how much equipment they're going to be packing?
Well, they're assassins and covert operatives, so I wouldn't expect heavy firepower.
So possibly like light armor, possibly something that can be discreetly worn, as opposed to like full exosuit with heavy armor and whatnot.
Yeah. And they're not expecting an assault, so their primary defense is going to be concealment. If we can get past that, it should be relatively easy. Except the fact that there's like a dozen Saldrin in there who will kill people for a living. Other than that,
there's probably
Says that
Taken,
like
I don't
for a living.
I probably would I be able to kind of determine on my own that Kibby would not be interested in assisting in this run.
Kibby is not a fighter.
Yeah, I mostly mean for like effectively what I would like to do is reach out to Kibby to see if she could use her hacktivist abilities to gain any sort of information on like where they are, or possibly just show up, help us get in, and then retreat to the Involuker.
Make an influence check
Okay.
with all of your modifiers.
Yes, I think it's just +2. Kibby.
Well, don't you also
We're
have
not in
closer?
combat. Yes. Ha 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 ha. Thank you. Coercion and influence. There we go. +3.
Wow, that's really bad.
That's an average.
Okay.
So she probably won't come with us.
Well, actually, Kibby is chomping at the bit to get off world because you put her in charge. And,
Yeah.
So she will accompany you, but she won't
They
leave the
had-
ship.
Okay. That works.
I have another question.
Okay.
She can meet Wesh.
The since they're
Isn't she also an Elvish?
Yeah.
Cool. You were saying.
since they're covert operatives, it is under possible assumption that people won't know they're there.
Yeah. If they're hiding on a planet
So if
that
we
has a
show
holy
up-
war going on, they're probably staying under the radar, yeah.
We show up and start shooting at them and, get rid of them. Have we considered the possibility that people would see it as some sort of aggression or terrorist act or anything
From
like that,
whom?
or are we covered because they're Saldren?
It's a whole planet. So like you're attacking like a building on the entire planet.
Also,
People
everyone
may
on
not
this
even
planet,
notice.
they
Okay.
also all hate each other and are constantly fighting each other anyway.
The question
They
is,
may
is
just
like,
think it was one of the other groups.
but they also they would see our ship. And we're not really flying any banner if they saw a ship at all.
Right, because the
You know,
Involucre
like-
does have stealth tech.
Yeah, so it's just like who they would just be guessing at who it was, which perfectly fits their needs for like saying, "Oh, it was the guy we don't like, so we're going to
Okay.
shoot them." Yeah. We could falsely advertise ourselves as a particular group if we want to frame someone.
No, I wouldn't go that far. I just wanted to make sure we're not accruing more bad rep because of a misunderstanding of what we're doing.
Nah, what we should do is get Kibby to make it so that the Involucre pings the location as a Saldran ship. And then they'll be like, the Saldran are blowing up things. We're gonna join up against the Saldran. Is everyone in favor say aye? Okay, that's fine.
No, that's fine.
Oh, okay,
That's fine.
cool. I'm
Yeah,
going
let's
to
go
ask
back.
Kibby to do that. That is a thing we are going to ask Kibby to do.
To do what? Exactly?
To effectively leave a digital paper trail.
So that they can find the base when you're done with it?
And so that it looks like the Saldran are made some big attack in the midst of said holy war.
Right.
That way, the other sides of the holy war are like, oh well, the Saldran are in here. Let's attack them.
Those dang dirty Saldran. Got it, yeah.
Yeah. Prejudice
Covers
is
everything for
allowed
me.
now.
Weaponized prejudice. Now you're the government.
I mean, we already did the whole Churchill thing.
Alright, I have a question for y'all.
It's gone. Y'all?
Yes, it's gone.
I have a question for the four of you. All y'all, if you will.
There we go.
Do you guys want to? Cause we will probably, if we keep going, we'll probably end mid combat. Or do you guys want to just stop here and pick up the whole adventure next week? I'm down for either. I assume you don't want it to continue, but maybe you guys want to put a plug in it since we're about to jump into something. Also, at the end of this session, you will level up, so it might be weird to level up mid combat.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, let's go. I'm having fun. But the level
but
up
aside-
would be strange.
Yeah, the level up. But aside from the level up, I feel like a good self-contained adventure session could be good too. Get a good fresh start on the adventure.
Well, you guys want to get in the door and then we'll call it a night?
Yeah,
Or at least
yeah.
approach planet, sneak in under the radar, land amongst the tropical trees.
Okay.
I don't know why I was thinking tropical, but
It's
That's
12
my head.
AU from the start. Even with terraforming, it's fucking cold.
yeah.
I mean, there might be trees, but they'd be
It's always
like...
cold in space because
Yeah.
space is boring and doesn't like pina coladas.
Or getting caught in the rain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or cheating on its wife.
Alright. So, you guys, go pick up Kippy. It's a very full ship.
That's fine.
Oh, and on the flight to the cast system, at one point you guys see Doc looking at Slag and being like, "I feel like I know this bot. Man, that's gonna bother me."
Man, I think Irene has his like up to date backup still, like in her bag. So she has his lost memories. It'll be
Memory
a whole thing.
update. Ah, that's excited. Hype that. All right. So you guys arrive in the cast system and you get in orbit of the Zoonos planet, the planet Zoonos. Hey, Ollie.
Hey, Ollie.
Hey, Ellie, thanks for the bits.
Hey, I can't believe you're awake. If our roles were reversed, I'd be asleep. But thanks for showing up. All right. I know. Yeah, we did it. We did it. We done did it. Okay, so you guys are in orbit now. Again, with the Wesh has the longitude and latitude of the base. Unfortunately, from a surface scan of that, grid, doesn't look like there's anything there.
Obviously, it could never be easy.
No, it could also be stealth technology like we have on our ship.
It is also in a very remote region of the planet, which means you don't have to worry about natives. They're busy. The Holy
Jacob.
War.
Yeah. Now I'm really feeling like a Texas Ranger.
Okay.
Given that I have very limited sensor computer knowledge, could I try to run a focus sensor on that specific area?
Yeah. Roll computer.
We will see how that goes. Nope.
Okay. Yeah, the sensors aren't coming up with anything.
Question.
Yeah.
Could I use the ship's visual system to zoom in on that general area and use my eyes on the screen to try and figure out if there's anything out of the ordinary?
Sure. Awareness with a -4 step.
Could you?
You hate
Can,
me.
can you zoom in and then let Elise use
Zoom and
that
enhance.
visual,
I was
use
actually
that
thinking
visual
if it's
cue for her
zoomed in and
psionic?
the video cue to remote view it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay,
Not a
Razik.
-4, I got an average.
Razik. You spot a straight line.
In the natural formation of
Yeah, in the middle of
ground or whatever.
the wilderness, you spot a straight line.
So I'll simply say, I'm not sure what it is, but there's definitely something there. And then, like, on the screen, I'll point out the straight line, like, so everybody can see it as well and realize, yeah, it's weird. This is not natural.
You're gonna John Madden it.
And then I'm going to turn to a guy that we've never seen on the ship before, and I'm going to say, enhance.
So,
Give me enhances.
thing about viewing is that since I'm looking at the location, I can attempt to view that said location and possibly see it clearer.
Okay, you want a remote view?
Yep.
Yeah.
No plus to that though. Holy crap!
That's a really good roll.
That is stellar on the dot.
That's a stellar success on remote view.
Yes.
Remote view. Oh, hang on. Did you take in the range penalties?
Oh.
Yeah, you're at long range, so that's a -2 step.
Okay. Well, just what is that? A D6?
Yeah. So you're not getting a stellar.
Yeah.
I'd get an excellent.
19.
A 13? No. If that was stellar on the dot, that becomes an average.
Damn it.
Yeah.
It becomes an average. Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
one
see the site as if you were very long range, 200 meters. You can identify vehicles and note the presence of people without identifying them. Okay, from 200 meters, since you can kind of you don't have the bird's eye view of the ship camera. You can kind of pan, as it were. Even from this distance, you can see what looks like a very... I mean, it's obvious to your eyes that you're looking at a rectangular cutout in the side of this cliff. Probably a hangar.
But no, no obvious vehicles.
No, and in fact, it's completely opaque, like there's a blast shield. So that wouldn't be a very viable entry point. But you can surmise that the base is behind that wall.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll just be like, that line is a hangar. It looks like it's got some kind of field on it, so we probably couldn't get in that way, but there's definitely something behind it.
So
Well,
we've already... Oh.
You brought Kippy. So Kippy says,
That's
all
what I
right,
was gonna say.
well, if we've narrowed it down to that close of proximity, I'll just start running a passive sweep for any transmissions. If it's an intelligence base, maybe they're feeding intel in and out.
I can help her, and or she can help me on like a either computers or security role.
Yeah, let's do a computer roll. And since she's helping you and she's an NPC, this is her whole job, I'll give you a +3 step.
Okay.
Ooh, good.
On
14.
computers is, I think it's an average, but let me double check. Where is it? Oh, C's. Yeah, that's an average.
Okay. Yeah, you're detecting, hyperspace transmissions coming in and out of there.
Cool. We just need to find like, because you said right, this wall doesn't seem like a good entry point.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we just need to find a way.
Tell you what. An engineering check, you could extrapolate where an entrance might be.
Well, that's not me. With 0 in engineering.
That is very little me.
Or academics. Academics could also work.
I actually have points in that. It's on psychic history, but I do have points.
Well, you don't have to get your
I have a
bonus.
lot of.
I'm saying I can help someone.
Yeah. Razik has a lot in academics, I think.
I'll help.
However,
Razik.
my focus is in psychology and linguistics, but that's still.
You can still do logical thinking.
You're the only one. You're the only one who could do logic.
Look, it's not gonna be Hypa West.
Okay, so since Elise is trained, it's gonna give you a +2 step. It's for a total of +3 because you're an expert.
Yeah, and sadly none of my bonus apply, but that's still pretty
Ooh,
good.
big
17. 17 is a excellent.
Okay. You've narrowed down a few points that would be entrance points on foot.
All right, cool. There we go.
Perfect. So
All
now
right.
we know approximately where to go.
So, Caddy, you want to get the Involucre at a landing site at a significant distance away so it doesn't get detected?
Yeah, exactly. And set Kitty up so that she can...
Yeah, give me a piloting check to make sure that you fly in a manner that,
discreet.
that doesn't give your stealth systems away.
Is anyone trained in this to help?
Wesh is. Take a +2 step.
Nice.
You got a co-pilot Wesh.
That's a stellar, I'm pretty sure.
All right. You guys land the Involucre, and no one is the wiser.
Oh, well, now we gotta kill no one.
Objective, find no one. All right, so Kippy...
He's on first.
Kippy sets up in the bridge and says, okay, take this. She hands you just like a drive. Plug this into any access point on the network, and I'll be able to remote access in.
Yes. Then I'll put on my power armor.
Everybody kits up?
Yeah.
Okay. Razik, you want to give me an awareness check? And
Any positive or negative?
I assume someone's trained in it that can help you. Yeah, so +2.
My bad rolls are coming back, but that's still an excellent.
An excellent? Okay. After about 20 minutes, you guys start crossing off the potential sites until you find embedded in a slope a black man-sized door about 4 meters wide, 6 meters tall.
So
And it doesn't appear that there's anything juting out of it that springs to our attention, like a camera or a
That's
panel,
another
control
awareness
panel.
check.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Still being helped.
I mean, yeah, I could do it too. So either one of us.
Ooh, that's an average. That was a close fail, but that's an average.
Okay, you don't see any concealed apparatuses or cameras.
So Rizika's gonna say, like, there's nothing that seems out of the ordinary about this door, but they might still have some hidden defense mechanism. Let's be careful approaching.
I mean, we need to find a way to plug in this device so Kibby can get in. So yeah, we'll approach carefully and look for a way we can either maybe even look for a panel, feel for a panel to see if we can pry it open.
There's an access panel.
Cool.
You want to roll security to bust it up?
Actually, I think Dag is better at this than I am. So I will help Dag.
Well, unfortunately, there's not enough space for 2 people to operate in this area.
Well, I think Dag is still better at it than
Okay.
I am.
Security, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, 'cause mine's just like a 11, 16.
Yeah. Modifiers?
No.
Okay, so +1. That's an average.
Okay. So, Dag, you managed to pop off the facing of this security console, and you navigate some touch-sensitive wires that would trigger an alarm. And in the very back, you find a port, and you can slip the card in. And on everyone's comm link, Kibby will say, "Okay, well, this doesn't have a network, but I can open it."
Please and thank you.
Okay.
You're a valued member of this team, Kibby.
I'm glad I'm valued somewhere. And then the door opens. So, Dag, you retrieve the card. Okay. You guys are in the door. You guys want to pick this up next session?
Yeah, this is good.
Okay. Vegas, I think you wanted to do a little something.
I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to friggin' try it.
Okay, I'm going to throw up your shout-out screen.
All right. I'm going to hit share screen, but I don't know if that's going to mess up.
I don't...
Cam.
It will take over the entire thing.
I'm okay with that, based on what screen is being shared.
Okay. Well, do it and we'll see what happens.
It's a learning experience.
Yep.
It's also a...
No, it's just an extra on here. It probably messed up where the frames are sitting, but...
Yep. Now it's jaking on your...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Don't care. Because I was reminded that there was something that I wasn't working on that I should have been working on in the background, and I was reminded this session that bubble step is a thing.
Okay, hold up. I got this. I'm gonna display capture.
Oh, you really don't. You don't even need to. It like the sound will come through.
Oh, okay. Well, I did it anyway.
Okay. So yeah, bubble step. I mean, this is just a small teaser of what's happening, but bubble step exists in the dire role Lost Horizon universe, and
But how does it sound underwater?
I'm working on that. It actually, so that little intro, there will be filters on that turn it so it sounds like it's underwater and it's coming up out of it for air.
Yeah, I
if-
can't.
For anyone wondering, canonically, Bubble Step is meant to be heard underwater.
Yeah.
Can't wait to play that in a hot tub.
Alright, you want to kill the share screen and so I can fix the cameras? And...
Oh, yeah. My bad.
Cool. Any other shout-outs? Elenia?
Nah, not today.
Okay, cool. So we're going to end a little early. You know, we're easing back into it, I guess you could say. Everyone, you're level 9, which is the second highest level in Alternity. So we're almost there. We almost done did it.
Some would say penultimate.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so we'll be back next week. God help us. For another session of Dire Roll Lost Horizon where they're going to fight the Blue Gaze. Thanks for tuning in, and we're really glad to be back. Good night, everybody.